Declan. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How
I'm
are
doing
you?
good myself.
Yeah,
Yeah. How'd you do? So it's the weekend. It's Friday.
it is.
So
It
you got
is.
any big plans for the weekend?
Kind of just go with the flow around here, you know?
There was supposed to be a hockey game. Were you
I
gonna
know.
go?
Yes, I was. My parents are coming up tomorrow, too.
Oh, it's home. It's like the homecoming thing.
Yeah,
Right?
so, I don't know what I'm going to do with them.
The plan was to bring him to the game.
Yeah.
And just, you don't talk to him for like 2 hours.
Hey, welcome to Lowell.
Welcome
This is
to
what I
Lowell.
do.
I just go to hockey games, whatever. But yeah, it got canceled.
I know, it's tough.
Did the other team get COVID?
Yeah, something like that.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
True shame.
They must not have that UMass mask mandate.
Nah,
then.
yeah.
No way.
Yeah, no, we don't have
We
those.
don't get no
Yeah,
COVID
no
up here.
positives, yeah.
Do we have 0 positives right now?
I don't
Or,
know.
It's like a really low rate.
Yeah, we got an email a couple weeks ago, I think. It was super. They had 4 cases in a couple weeks.
Good for us,
Which is
huh?
good. Yeah, we're killing it.
I'm surprised that, cause I'm surprised with all the parties going on. That there's
Yeah.
not, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I don't think kids are getting it from school because we have to we're wearing masks like they make us wear the masks. So I think it's
In the
just
class.
outside of.
Yeah, I agree. I know what you're saying, cause I think that, I remember in one of my classes, it's organizational business. Basically we're writing a report on how UMass handled
The COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
And this includes our mask mandate. And I was like, you best believe in that report I'm writing in, why didn't I get a survey? Or something asking me what I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's crazy how
There's
that didn't happen.
Tens of thousands of students, and we're the ones affected by it. We're 18 plus.
Yeah.
I feel like we should at least, you don't even got to really take it in to say it. I just act like you're hearing me right now.
Yeah, no, just put it out there.
Just put out a little
feeler.
survey. Well, if I asked you 3 questions on a survey, let's go through a little fake survey that I'm just making right now off the top of my head. Should we have masks in the classroom?
My thing, I'm not anti. I go with the flow, but my thing is, I don't. For vaccinated, I mean, we had to prove that we were vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it makes, I don't know. I don't think it should be a mandate. If you want to wear one, you wear one.
I like that.
That's my opinion. In the classroom, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. How about the vaccination mandate?
I feel like that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I wasn't really big. I wasn't gonna argue it. I got it before we had to know we came back. I just wanted to be able to be free.
I got it.
I know
I
it was
got it beforehand.
Because I knew it was gonna come up. If you want to do anything this summer, you're gonna have to be vaxxed.
Yeah.
I went to the BC football game, and in order to get in, you have to show your vaccine card.
Wow. Really? Wait, when was this?
A couple weeks ago.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
So you need to show the
Yeah,
vaccine card?
then they give you a wristband saying you're good to go.
Wow.
I know.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
How long are they gonna run with that for? You
I
can't.
don't
I'm not just
know.
gonna be showing my vaccination card in
Dude,
20 years.
Yeah,
am
well,
I?
I don't have one. I don't have it on me. So I'd text my mom and be like, hey, can you send me a picture of my vaccine card?
I got a picture in my notes. I have it I have a whole notes section of just my COVID vaccine, and then I took a picture of it through each thing, just because I knew this was the world we were heading into.
Yeah.
But how long are they gonna let that ride?
Well, I also just don't get how, if it was such a big thing, why they only gave us a little piece of paper.
Yeah.
It's not on file online anywhere. When we had to send it into Lowell, we had to take a picture.
It's not on any
I don't
files?
think so. I mean, I got mine at CVS, so I
sent
know.
my picture in too, so that makes sense.
There's
Damn,
no
bro. It's not
you
even,
can't
documented.
Yeah, just a piece of paper.
This is old school
If
documentation.
you lose it with no picture, no proof that you got the vaccine.
No pic, no proof.
Yeah, for real.
No pic, no proof with the
Yeah,
vaccine
nothing.
mandate. That's crazy. I never even thought about that. And then, so let's just say so you're a very chill dude. You don't really, you'll do whatever is happening.
Whatever.
Just because why cause any?
Yeah,
problems?
I just didn't. I mean, my personal opinion on it was I just didn't see. I don't know. I'm not anti-vax. I have 2 sisters that are nurses. I believe them. Whatever they. I mean,
It's a good way to put it.
They did a ton of school. I'm not doing a ton of school.
Yeah.
So I was just all right, yeah, if you say. And then I knew we were gonna. Once again, I knew we were gonna need it.
Yeah. So I'm kind of the same way. I definitely, for me, my only grievance is I kind of said it already, but I like being heard.
Yeah.
Just because I don't feel too strongly doesn't mean that other people don't feel strongly
I
about
agree.
it. And I feel the vaccine mandate, that's up to the school, because that's like the professors are at like risk that way a little more. It increases that. It makes it way more likely. Like that would ruin things way more than a mask or not.
Yeah.
And I think that making us get vaccinated, which I was cool with, should have meant that we didn't have to wear masks.
Yeah.
I wish that it was that way. Like, you know, like I'm not saying don't. I wouldn't even get rid of the vaccine mandate. I think I'd like probably keep it, honestly, just because it's a federal school. In the end, like it's not even like
public university. Right?
It's a public university, so they kind of need to do that. Like, private institutions do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, the U.S. like governments were like, yo, make it fucking mandate.
Yeah.
Mandate.
That's what I'm saying. Is it must have been like a tougher like process for the school to be like, we have to, like, maybe we don't agree with this mask thing, but like we have to do it because that's the only way we get you guys back.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how I'm back in person, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. The worst is like, have you like coughed or sneezed into your mask?
Oh my god,
dude, so bad. And you cough and everybody looks
Everyone
at you.
Stares
and
at
I'm
you.
like, no, it's just a little scratchy throat.
I said, nah, there's something scratchy right there, bro. Nah, if you sneeze and, it was never like that.
No.
That's the biggest change. I don't care what anybody says. I shake people's hands now again. Yeah. Like, that's over. Like, people, I know some people like the fist bump. No one's giving elbows anymore. I'm sorry. If you're still giving elbows, you're behind. But like, no one's giving elbows anymore. You remember that?
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah,
in the beginning.
I gave some elbows.
Yeah, 100%.
But not anymore. Like, people are past that. But like, if you cough like out in public, even when other people cough, like, and I'm not like that. But if someone else coughs, I give them a look.
Yeah,
I'm
crazy.
Like, yo, the fuck, are you serious?
You think that's just how it's gonna be for like ever?
It'll be a while. I think it'll be a good while. Wow. Like, it might take like 2 years. Cause I'm thinking like of other things that are like very impactful. Obviously, these are completely. I'm about to associate two completely different things right now, entirely.
That's it.
But I was thinking like, cause this still will affect people. But I think of 2.5 years ago now, a little more than that, Kobe Bryant passed away. I still think about that like.
That's true.
Pretty consistent.
Yeah. It was a big.
I'd say at least once a week at some point in the time he pops up.
Yeah.
Somewhere. So I'm wondering like because that still was relevant, and then that was like 6 months before COVID was really freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
If like it's just gonna,
crazy,
it just takes that long. It just takes like 5 years. It might take another 2 years.
Yeah.
Until shit's like somewhat
the whole
normal.
year was crazy.
The whole year just kind of got wiped away.
That was like Juice WRLD.
Yeah. Pop Smoke.
Right. That was Pop, Kobe, COVID. It's like
shit was hitting the fan.
How do you make that worse? Like
it was hitting the fan, dude. It was getting bad.
Bro, it's crazy.
Like, and then also like just the whole like election, which is like whatever. Like I don't really care.
Yeah.
But it's just the whole I hate election time in general.
Yeah,
that was more my grievance.
Especially with me too, 'cause I'm like not political at all.
Yeah.
So I just hate how that's the only thing you see on social media.
Like I follow rap.
Yeah.
You follow rap.
Yeah.
We all follow rap.
100%.
Why the fuck am I seeing anything political on the rap page?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I don't mind.
Stars
I don't mind. I don't mind. Like if Kendrick Lamar drops an album, I know what I'm getting myself into.
Yep.
I love it in that case. I love that. It just adds a little more reality to it. But it's the rap Instagram page, bro.
Yeah.
Stop telling me what Biden did.
Too, I think it's like weird because I feel like those accounts were a place that people would go to like get away from the regular everyday. Like if we wanted to be flooded with politics, we would follow like political accounts.
Yeah. If I wanted the politics, that's what I'd go for.
Yeah.
But you're rap.
Rap, yeah.
It's literally called rap.
Tell me who's dropping this week.
Who's dropping? Yeah,
that's all I want to know.
Show me the dropping at midnight list, bro. It's been too long. Did you listen to Young Thug's album?
Dude, no. That was today.
Came out today.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Yeah, I shouldn't have even asked. It's very early. You'd be very early, but I already listened to
it.
You did? Do you like music like that? Do you listen to a lot of music? You'd say.
Yeah.
So if I named some albums, you'd know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
With like Young Thug. So Beautiful Thugger Girls.
Yep.
That's probably the vibe we're going with for this one. Okay. I'd say he went more that way. It was more like that, and then what's the one with Climax on it and Sin and On the Run? Is it called On the Run? The little like mixtape he came out with. Do you remember? On the Run. It had High with like the Elton John, like the Rocket Man remix.
Yeah, I don't know what.
It was kind of more that direction though.
Okay.
It was like a little. I don't even know. He's got like 8 different forms. He's like a transformer. This guy.
Not like slime language.
It's not like slime language.
Okay.
It's not like so much fun.
Okay.
It's
So
more like
good.
the first like 8 songs are all like guitar, pretty slow. I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
But I think people won't like this one. It's
What's
called
that-
punk
yeah.
though, you know? Like it's supposed to be punkish, like kind of against the grain.
I
But
feel like that's tough. Like when rappers switch up their flows so often,
Yeah.
it's hard to keep the same fan base.
I know.
Because
Yeah.
certain like rap, like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's
I do.
party rap and then the low key
Yeah, there's
rap.
different types of like
It's,
rap
like,
music
hard
and,
to
just,
do
and
everything.
across all types of music.
Yeah,
there's different
100%.
types of like I don't listen to country, but
Yeah,
different
but
types
there
of
is,
country.
yeah.
There's different types of like pop music, even
Yeah.
like EDM, shit like that. There's literally different types for everything. But when I think of like Young Thug, like some people when they think of Young Thug, they think of like digits, you know,
Yeah,
like
hot.
just hot, you know, like the real like the bangers, like
Yeah.
party bang. Some people think of like Me or Us. They think of like relationship, you
Yeah.
know, like slightly
Slower,
slower,
yeah.
you know, where it's a little bit better. I think it's better for me personally, but other people are like, nah, like I want to listen to hot all day.
Yeah, all day. Just on repeat.
Just fuck it. If you don't got hot on repeat, the remix with Travis Scott on repeat, you're fucking doing it wrong. So there's people like that too. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Remember when he came here?
Did you go to that?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of crazy?
Did you go to that?
I did. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
He was here.
Yeah.
I saw him in person.
That was like MGK.
you go to Polo G?
Yeah, I went to Polo G.
I did too.
Polo G is my favorite artist.
Yeah.
Like you can ask any of my friends, like Polo
Polo G's
G's
your
my
guy.
guy. Like since his first, like, love him, dude. He only did like 25 minutes.
He wasn't out there that long.
Yeah.
No,
And he
was not
doesn't,
out there
like-
that long.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't seem like he really wanted to be there because he
No.
was like in between songs. He wouldn't like talk to the crowd. He would just
He
go
didn't
into
talk
the
to
new
the
song.
crowd at all.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I was talking to my friends because I brought one of my friends. He doesn't go here, but he was like, "Yo, Polo G, like."
Yeah, got it.
He
yeah.
loves Polo G,
Yeah.
kind of like you do. It sounds like, and he was like, "I gotta go." I was like, "All right, cool." So we'll go. Brought my friend, my roommate. We all went, and you know, we weren't really going to get like crazy. We didn't go
Yeah.
on like the floor. We just kind of sat on the side, just wanted to watch like,
Yeah.
Polo G perform live.
Right.
And it really just felt like he was just kind of like speeding through all
Go
the
through
songs,
it, yeah.
just to get through them all. He cut them all off like halfway through,
Yeah.
which is like okay to get to them all, but I feel like you had more time.
It's also tough because he was doing like a college concert where you have like sure half the people are there for Polo G, but half the people are there just because it's a concert.
Yeah.
So when you're giving the mic to the crowd on songs that aren't like Billboard Hot 100 and expecting them to give it all back, like he
Like
was doing
it's-
that a lot, and
yeah.
people just didn't know the words.
Yeah, and you know, it must. I remember during like obviously like Rap Star.
Yeah,
like,
everyone knows.
Everyone
Yeah,
knows Rap
'cause
Star.
everyone's going. Yeah,
So homies puts that out. I remember sitting in the crowd and being like, imagine.
yeah.
Oh, just fucking imagine the adrenaline.
Yeah.
How does he not just like explode?
Go crazy.
Imagine you write a song. He wrote that. Oh, actually, wasn't that a freestyle?
I don't
Remember
know.
it was like
I think
that,
it
like,
was.
That kid, like Ernie
Yeah,
Banks.
Ernie Banks, the guy with the ukulele.
The ukulele.
Yeah.
He like might have wrote it and then like they performed it
Yeah, I think
together
that's
real
what
quick.
they did. Yeah.
Imagine that song. Like, you just were chilling and then like you're in like a crowd. Those must have been what, like how many thousands of
Dude,
people?
he said he sold it out, but he could have just said that. I feel like every rapper's gonna say that.
Yeah, we sold that bitch out.
Yeah.
They say, we sold that bitch out. How do you count the floor seats?
Yeah, he's like
the-
1, 2.
How do you count the
Yeah,
floor
no
seats, bro?
idea.
There is no selling
Yeah.
out the floor
Yeah.
until they tell you not to.
I don't know.
anymore.
There's a lot of people though.
There was a lot of people. I'd say like there was probably more there than at Young Thug. I feel like,
Yeah.
but
Also, too, the whole idea of being back from COVID, like having the concert.
like the fact, like
I was shocked we had it.
I know.
Because URI was the night before us, and the school shut it down. They're like, we're not doing that on school grounds. We like thought we'd be able to do it, but we can't.
Really?
Yeah, but then he just like came to Lowell the next day, and it was like normal.
Technically, I don't know if it's school.
Yeah,
Grounds.
the Sauga. Yeah, that's what I
The
was saying.
Songa Center's like Lowell's.
I know,
That's cool.
but it was so many students.
Yo, Songa Center got some like people coming now.
Yeah,
Songa Center's like
yeah.
kind of becoming like a thing. Playboy
but-
Cardi.
Yeah, A Boogie.
A Boogie. There's more too. I think there's one more
Yeah.
person I'm missing, but yeah, they're like
Yeah.
low key building a roster.
know.
Good for them.
Yeah,
Good for the Songa
solid.
Center.
I mean, it fits a lot of people.
It does.
It's just in a weird area. Like, lol.
Yeah, it's weird it is weird, but it being next to a campus is huge.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Like, you can really sell out. You can get a lot of people to go.
I know Polo, like, did the show in Lowell and then drove into Boston for the after party.
Did he?
Because he was like, I'm not going to an after party up here.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, where are you going to
Yeah,
go? You know? He should have pulled up to my crib.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to say, why wasn't he here, you know?
Why wasn't he here?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, bro, he could have recorded a podcast.
Yeah, that would be Dude, imagine you just...
That's what like I be having like everyone I have on right now. I think the max followers someone's had on is like 2,000. All of a sudden, I get somebody on here with like 100 million fucking followers across all platforms. Like
he just wanted to like scrolling through YouTube and he just sees it. He's like, oh, I really want to get on the DOD-Cast. Promote my next album.
You never, this
Bro,
would be good promo.
Yeah, I'm not. It would be perfect.
This would be great promo.
Reaching a new audience.
You're getting. Like, listen, it might only be like 100 people.
No, it's numbers.
It's a new.
This one's gonna do numbers. This one's gonna do numbers. Watch now. This one's doing numbers.
I love you. Just go. Nah, it's numbers.
Nah, it's numbers. numbies. All about the numbies.
It's straight numbers over here. Nah, yeah, like but also another thing I wanted to talk to you about because it's been really big in the news, and I know you like your basketball.
Yes.
Kyrie.
Yeah.
What do we feel? What do we think?
Good for him.
Good.
Get out of. I don't even want to see him anymore.
I don't want to see him anymore either.
Dude, I don't know. It's gonna come to a point, dude. You're in the NBA, like you have to get the vaccine. Like, I'm sorry. Like I get it. I get it. People have opinions, and like I respect them 100%. And I don't think like 100. If you don't want to get the vaccine, that's you. But like when you. And I just confused how he's acting surprised. Like, it's the way the world's going right now.
Yeah.
And I guess he's always been, like, an activist, like, speaking out against these things. But, like, I don't know. I just don't. My thing is I don't get how he thought the Nets would just be like, oh, yeah, like, we'll just let you, like, chill. Yeah.
Like,
play the games that you're allowed to play. Like, not practice. Because he can't even practice in New York.
He can't practice on some facilities.
Yeah,
because unless it's private, they have like a separate private building that they were doing a couple practices.
Oh yeah, so then.
But like, why are they like? They're like, we're really gonna like.
It's not Andrew Wiggins was like anti. And
Wiggins didn't want to do it, but he was like, fuck it, like.
Yeah.
It was like I remember in his statement he was like, I kind of just needed to like. I needed to play basketball, which I respect that.
Yeah,
I can respect someone not wanting to get
100%.
Like if you really think about it, like I hate.
No.
I hate to say it, bro. I hate to say it because there's guys like what happened to Karl Anthony Towns and his family.
Yeah.
Just his family must just be like
awful,
walking skeletons right now. They're just like imagine walking around life when you lost like 9 family members to COVID. That's crazy. Insane. So it's hard for anybody to hear it. Like, looking at it statistically when there's people like that exist, like obviously Karl Anthony Towns and me don't agree because like I would be the same thing Karl. I'd be worse than Karl. I'd be like, if you're not getting the vaccine, you're a fucking asshole. If I was Karl Anthony Towns, but I'm not. So like if you're 25, if you're Andrew Wiggins, you're 26 years old, 27
it's
maybe,
tough.
And you're young, you're healthy as fuck. No one's healthier than these NBA athletes, bro. You have personal chefs. You live a life that's different. You have money to be okay if you do get it. And say it all goes poorly, you still probably will live.
Yeah.
And you'll still even probably be not even hospitalized. You won't even realize you have it. I understand being like, well, why am I putting this in my body?
Yeah.
I understand saying that. I got it, and no matter what, even knowing that, but I understand that. Just with Kyrie, just retire, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
retire.
Yeah. But even the vaccine aside, like, forget all that. I just don't think he's into basketball like he was.
He's not, and he's so nasty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
He's so disgusting.
Just even like, yeah, because I think after, what was it, that knee injury when he was on the Celtics?
Yeah,
I think was like when his was like, all right, this isn't fun anymore.
He's just like, I'm just putting my body at risk for what?
Yeah.
And he has and hey, let's not. Let's not, because I'm not saying you or anybody really does this.
Yeah.
But let's just say majority of the news out there is negative for Kyrie. Like 95% of it. let's not forget all the good things
Oh,
he does.
no,
He
yeah,
does a lot of good in his community. He really is an activist.
Oh, he's
standing up for what he believes in. I think he really is a good guy. I really do feel like that.
The problem is we're just like gonna have a different opinion because of the Boston experience.
Yeah.
We're just cutthroat.
We're tainted.
Dude, we're cutthroat.
Fuck that guy.
Dude, if you we are.
I'm staying.
We're cut. Yeah,
Shut
that's crazy, dude.
He lied.
Just don't say that.
Why would you say it? No one was asking for that.
Yeah, it wasn't even like, oh, yeah.
That wasn't even like in the news.
Yeah,
no one was like, oh, there's a question if he's gonna re-up or not. Like no one was saying if Giannis did that like the year before he resigned, everyone because everyone's nervous. Everyone was nervous about Giannis resigning. They were like, because like it's fucking Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Like who wants to live in Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Apparently Giannis does. But he was like, if he did that and he's also like probably the best player in the NBA right now, I'd get him saying like, he's saying like I get that. Kyrie just like randomly said it on opening night.
What's crazy too about the Kyrie situation is I don't even think when we first got him that Celtics fans were expecting him to be like a long-term forever Celtic.
I didn't think so either.
I think it was just like
we know better.
He's nasty and we could win a ring.
We could have.
Because we were in like win now. I mean we still are in win now. But like we just needed a superstar and we got him. But I think the problem with that whole trade situation was that we lost a guy that meant like so much to Boston.
He did IT
so that was the hole that Kyrie was trying to fill, and like Kyrie just wasn't that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a nasty basketball player, and he's better than Isaiah Thomas on the court probably, but like he doesn't have the same like feel, I guess.
He
like, the
ain't
same
Boston.
Love. Yeah, he's not Boston. Yeah.
He's not, and it takes a certain type of guy.
Which is crazy that Isaiah Thomas was only here for so long. And he's like,
what was he have, like 3 years?
Yeah,
like 2
and
years?
he's like Boston.
And like I see him, I'm like, yeah, that's our guy.
Yeah.
And like it's funny how quick it happens here.
100%.
Like you watch the Sox? You've been watching the Sox?
Yeah.
Verdugo.
Recently. Yeah.
He's Boston. Bro.
Yeah. 100%.
He's through and through.
Yeah.
Loves it. He loves this shit.
Was he the one that did like your cousin from
Boston?
Boston?
He's like, I'm your cousin from Boston, kid. I was like, this guy gets
Yeah,
it. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows how to tug on the heartstring.
Yeah.
Whether
Certain
he's playing
guys.
good or not, I don't give a fuck anymore. I love this kid. I fucking love
Certain
it.
guys. Like smart.
Yeah, oh my god, don't even get me Wait, where's my phone? It's recording. He's my home screen.
Is he?
My lock screen, not home screen, because I feel like once you get in the
screen.
phone,
Yeah,
if it's your
yeah.
home screen, I'm a little sus.
Home screen and lock screen.
If he's both, that's
he's
tough.
like a weirdly obsession with Marcus Smart.
I do though.
That's all right.
I think he's.
I'm not judging.
Well, because here's my thing. People get real upset with my boy, and I have constantly had to come to defend him.
Yeah.
Because everyone gets upset with him for
Yeah.
some reason. Well, for reasons I understand, I guess, because he shoots a lot, and he misses a lot. But my thing is like, no one else does what he does.
No.
So stop trying to trade him.
Doesn't matter.
Because you're going to do kind of what you were saying. I didn't really realize, this might be a new revelation I'm coming to. No matter what trade you're doing, you're looking to fill the need that you're getting rid of as well.
Yeah. So
sometimes you can fill that within your own team.
Yep.
Like if we traded, or let's say the Nuggets. Here's what I'm going to say. Remember the Nuggets when they had Jokic and Nurkic?
Yes.
Way back?
Yes.
They traded Nurkic.
Because Jokic could be that
fill
guy.
that hole.
Because they didn't have to get anything back
They
from it
didn't
to fill
for that
yeah.
to fill the hole, and then they just got something else to fill that. So that's all
Yeah.
okay. That's a perfect
Evens
example
out,
that I just
yeah.
thought. Thank God you know
Yeah, I know.
about your basketball.
I know.
So if you traded Marcus Smart, no one can do what he does
Yeah.
in the entire league.
No, yeah.
Maybe Patrick Beverly, not really though,
Yeah.
because he's not that good in reality.
Yeah.
And then maybe Draymond Green, but he can't shoot at all.
Yeah.
And he's also not a guard. I'd say maybe Draymond Green's as close as you're gonna get.
Defensively, yeah.
Defensively.
And hustle, yeah.
But
He doesn't even hustle that much
doesn't.
anymore.
He doesn't.
Yeah, it's
He's too
kind of
fat.
over. It's too over.
He's too heavy to hustle.
Yeah, it's over.
So
And he's
Marcus,
too proven.
Marcus is literally like the only guy.
Yeah,
So no matter
yeah.
what you give up, you're not getting,
Not
it back.
Yeah.
So people are like, "Oh, trade him for like
when you just don't have anyone on the
this.
team either to fit, like you were saying.
maybe Romeo Langford.
Yeah.
He don't got the dog in him. Though.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one's who's gonna take a charge and get up and yell in someone's face? Who's pushing Embiid?
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody's pushing Embiid.
Schroeder seems like not as
He's got
much
some
as
dog
Smart,
in
but he
him
got
now.
some dog. Yeah.
He's got some dog in him. I always liked him on Atlanta.
Yeah.
I was like, he'd be good.
Yeah.
I have a good feeling.
Because him and
about
IT went at it a couple times too.
and
I
I
think.
like it. Though.
Yeah.
I don't mind
love
someone
it.
going
I
at
love
our
it.
guys.
Love it. Love it.
I don't like when people are like Grayson Allen's a pussy.
Yeah.
He trips
Yeah.
people. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
But if you're like dogging with someone, you're like getting in their face, like I like that.
Yeah.
Ennis Cantor with LeBron. You remember that?
Yeah.
Looks like a bit of an idiot because
yeah,
you're not
when-
LeBron status.
yeah. with
But
Frank
good for
or
you.
whatever. Yeah.
Let's not back down to LeBron.
Yeah, no.
Do you remember that clip? You remember what LeBron was doing in that clip?
He's just standing around Frank, whatever his name is. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Let's go. Like, let's go, buddy. You're not like doing much. You're not proving much by dunking or whatever you're doing.
Standing over Frank Ntilikina. Guy's literally got a T in his name and you don't hear it.
Tough.
That's how you know you're. That's how you know you're.
Dude, that
your
guy's like an
ass.
early draft pick.
Yeah. That's a waste.
Yikes.
That's a waste. How do you feel about the Celtics this year?
Good, man. I've been watching some preseason. I like our team. I mean, it's just gonna be tough to compete this year. I think if Kyrie's not playing for the Nets, that helps us.
Ben Simmons too. That whole situation.
Yep. Yeah.
He came to camp though. He's playing.
Yeah, he is. He's got his
I don't know what the fuck the deal
COVID
is.
appointments. Yeah. I don't know. He's a weird guy.
He's a weird guy.
I just don't get. He was acting like he was so easy to trade.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, just trade me. So 76ers like, yo, like, we can't, dude.
Yo,
like,
sorry.
We tried.
It's like, I hate to say it.
Like, the Kings wouldn't even give us Marvin Bagley for you.
Like, that's
we
a shame.
We tried,
That's
dude.
a shame.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. But I think we're going to be good, bro. You see the clip of Tatum on media day? He was like, the one thing I'm trying to do this year is be, like, first team defense.
Yeah.
That's what I like to
the
see.
Goals.
Yeah.
I liked his goals.
Jalen looks good.
Jalen looks awesome, bro.
Neesmith.
Jalen's crisp as fuck. Neesmith is a good shooter now,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, I guess.
Beginning of the season last year was
bad,
no bueno.
Yeah,
He
no,
started
no,
cleaning it up, but it was bad.
Romeo too. He had like a game winner in the preseason game. Like what? Like,
I
what's
love the
going
preseason
on?
for
Dude,
that exact.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have you been watching them?
A little bit.
Every game has been like just had about like 1 or 2 points.
Yeah.
It's fucking ran. I don't even know who it was. Hit a fadeaway mid-range game winner against us.
From the Magic.
For the Magic, yeah.
Yeah, he went to URI.
Who is that?
Yeah, I don't know his last name, but I know my cousin lives in Rhode Island, and he was like freaking out about it. You know, he was just like he went to URI. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
And
you know what that's like? Remember in the playoffs when Terrence Mann was chewing?
Yeah.
Lowell native. He's a Lowell native.
Dude, yeah. Well, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I was like.
But I remember before he was good, I forget the kid's name, in my freshman like World Civ class, we were talking about like college basketball, and he was like, oh yeah, like my buddy from high school plays at FSU, I think, Florida State.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Terrence Mann. I was like, oh, cool, bro. Like, who is
Whoever
that
this guy is.
Then like he started going off, and I was like, dude, I know a kid who knows a kid that like was in the NBA. Like, that's sick.
I know a kid that knows.
That's like Pat Connaughton too.
I was gonna say Pat
Bucks.
Connaughton.
Yeah.
I played at Fidelity House. That's where he like.
Oh really?
That's where I went to preschool at like the place that he went to high school. Like not went to high school, but played. I remember he.
So you guys like know each other.
I played against his cousin.
Really?
His cousin's huge. His cousin's a monster, and he's like a fucking aggressive fuck too.
How old's his cousin? Our age?
I think maybe a year older, but I played against him my junior year of high school, and I played center, and he was huge.
You played center?
I did play center.
Small ball?
Not even like
you just go.
I'm just I don't know.
Aggressive.
I'm aggressive as
Let's
fuck.
go.
That's why. Hey, just know, Marcus is my favorite player.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you know what
tell
kind of
all
guy
about
I
that.
am.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I'm the guy you don't want to play with and pick
Yeah.
up. That's me. That's because like I take it way too serious. But yeah, I played center and I had to guard him, and like, you could just like, obviously it's his cousin, so it's not the same. But like, they're just big.
Yeah.
Like like he's just like if he's got his cousin's got the NBA genetics body.
Yeah.
So he's got to have something.
Yeah.
So he's got a piece of it, and I felt it, and it's
You
a
felt
lot.
it. Stuff.
He posted me up, dude.
Stuff.
It was painful. That was probably the hardest charge
You went
I
to
ever
high
took.
school at Medford?
Medford High School, yeah. Where'd you go?
Here? Is that near here?
35 minutes away, right outside of Boston.
Yeah.
Right
I
next
went
to
to
Somerville.
Westwood High School.
Westford?
Westwood.
Westwood.
Yeah.
Where is that?
30 minutes outside Boston, like I think the opposite way of you.
So like down?
We're by like I don't even know, like Foxborough we're like close to. We're like
Okay.
15, 20 minutes away from Foxborough, like
Okay.
Gillette.
Yeah.
Small town.
Small town.
Yeah,
Small town. Westwood, small town.
Yeah. Shout out Westwood.
Shout out Westwood.
Hometown.
Shout out the Westwood homies, bro. You
Yeah,
got any
sure.
homies from Westwood you want to shout out?
Oh yeah. All of them. shout out John O'Doherty, Brian Blomquist,
Yeah.
Michael Amato, Stavros Mikalakos. Want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Seamus Kilgare.
You know what Seamus?
Who?
You know
Yeah, I know
Seamus.
Seamus, yeah,
Seamus
yeah.
is a cool last name.
Cool name.
I got a cousin named Seamus.
Yeah.
Seamus O'Donovan.
That's sick.
Irish as
Irish,
fuck.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Irish as fuck.
Yeah, Irish. He's ginger kid.
He's ginger too?
Yeah.
Damn, that's real Irish.
Yeah.
We like that.
I gotta roll with them.
We
Roll with
like-
my gingers.
We roll out gingers.
I gotta roll with my
bro.
gingers.
Roll tide.
We're going extinct, I think.
We're going extinct.
Like, honestly,
Wait, isn't that kind of true?
Yeah, no, it's like scary. I think it's like statistically like true. I don't think there's a lot of
No.
gingers.
We need more gingers.
I know.
I want my kid. I wish I was a ginger.
Yeah, marry a ginger.
I might need to.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, who's a hot ginger right now and like
There are none. No,
attractive? That's you. I didn't say that. They're definitely hot gingers.
No, I'm kidding.
I respect all women.
I respect all women.
all gingers in
All
general.
gingers are. No, gingers. I got a special place in my heart for gingers
Yeah.
because I'm Irish as fuck. So
exactly.
like, I understand
You gotta roll.
I understand the appeal. I got one of my boys down the street. You know Dan Graham?
No,
I'm surprised because that kid knows everybody.
really?
Yeah, he's one
Maybe
of
I
those guys.
do know him.
I feel like you may have seen him, but like he's got like the little gingerish type of
Okay.
feel to him. He's not like
Okay.
as gingery, but even you're not like
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Like it's definitely like
It was when I was younger. It was like crazy.
it was like red.
Yeah, like bright.
My hair was blonde when I was a baby.
Really?
I was blonde till I was like 5.
Damn.
I guess I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Imagine that.
You should
That's
go.
what I was asking my parents about it. And they were like, "Yeah, you were blonde till you were 5." I was like, "What was that like?"
Yeah.
You thought you had a blonde kid until you didn't.
Yeah, they're just not blonde
No,
anymore.
I'm just not blonde.
Yeah.
My hair keeps getting darker, I guess. Like throughout the
Damn.
years, like it went from
Just
like
darker and
blonde to
darker.
brown. Now I'm getting like I don't even know. It's like blackish.
Yeah.
I cut it all off recently.
Yeah, there
so
you
like,
go.
Whatever.
I gotta get cut mine off.
You're gonna cut all the hair off?
No, just trim it down.
You ever think about it?
Cut all my hair
Yeah.
off. No, I mean, so in high school, I played football and like for the playoffs, we did like the seniors cut your hair. So we got like these awful mohawks, like awful. Like he went so low on like my sides.
Yeah.
So when the season was over, I was like, I need to get rid of this, but it was just so short. So I was like close to like bald.
Just cutting the whole
It was like the shortest I ever got. Now I don't think I could do it again.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
It's
Some people like
not.
having like you got hair. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
don't like it being like this though. It's just a little less.
Just a little
I
less
like
than
having
that.
more on the top than the sides though.
Yeah, I get that. That's a
Yeah,
good look too.
Yeah.
I just don't give a fuck. So I was
Yeah,
like,
you
I
go.
was in
It's
the
not bad at
chair.
all.
My aunt cuts my hair. She's
My
cut
mom
hair
cuts
forever.
my hair.
So you get free cuts,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly,
You understand?
bro, exactly.
I could imagine paying for cuts.
Nope. They're like expensive too. dude.
Imagine.
Like,
I hear
yeah.
people. They're like, yeah, dude. I went down to the shop, paid $20 for my cut. I'm like, what?
Yeah, my roommate was just saying that yesterday. I live over by North, and there's like a barbershop near us. And
There's a barber ship, bunch of
there's
pirates.
a ship, yeah. So on the Merrimack River, they just cut your hair. No, there's a barbershop near us, and he was like, yeah, like I was talking to the guy. He was like, yeah, it's like $20 for like a fade. I was like, damn, I need a haircut, but I'm like not
I'm
paying
not doing
$20
that.
for
I'm not
one.
doing that.
I paid $20 for a lot of things, and a haircut's not one of them. Like, I'm so bad with my money. Like, I will spend $20 on a lot of things, but
Yeah.
haircut's just one of those things. If I know I can get it for free.
Yeah,
So
for
shout out
me,
my mom.
I'm very shout out
Yeah,
Miss Burke.
Mrs. Burke. Yeah,
Miss Burke. Shout out Miss
Yeah.
Burke. Yeah. But,
She's cheap.
I know I can get a haircut for free, but for me, I'm frugal. I'm pretty frugal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a cheapskate, because I do like if like I'll just spend it. Like
Yeah.
you won't see me like not gritting my teeth,
yeah,
but like I will avoid at all costs spending my own money. Like I don't jip people either. Like someone's like I'll like pitch in for something. I'm not gonna be like not go to like a concert.
Oh,
for
yeah,
example.
yeah.
I'll go.
Yeah.
It hurts on the inside, not on the outside.
yeah. That's what's tough.
The
I went to the
account
Red
don't
Sox
like it.
game on Monday, and I wasn't gonna go, and I was like, all my friends from here were going. They're texting on Friday, they're like, we don't know if they're gonna make it to Monday in the series, but we're all buying these tickets for like $80, like $90, and I was like, damn, just like buy mine. I'll
Just
Venmo
get-
you.
just
Like,
get
I
me
was
the
like, dude.
ticket.
I was like, I can't do it. And then I just did it.
And then you do
Yeah,
it.
then I
It's
just did it.
terrible, dude.
I think I can't do it for like 30 seconds, and then I just
I
send
say,
it.
hey, there's a theory I have.
Yep.
It's in my notes. somewhere.
Everything's in your notes, huh?
I have so much shit in my notes, bro. Like, dude, if you got access to my notes, there's probably the cure for cancer.
Really?
Straight up. Like, if we set my notes to
Solving,
science,
ending world hunger.
it's crazy the amount of shit in my
Really?
notes. Like, I could,
Will you just write like whatever comes to your mind?
yeah. I'll probably write, like when, and I think of, like, funny ideas. And
Yeah.
I'll write those down. Like, tell you two. One of them, what was it? What were you just saying? Oh, ready? So here's the thing in my notes. It's called the minute of possibility theory.
Yes. Let me hear this.
Anything, you will do anything. It is only possible to say yes to literally anything in the world for the first minute that is presented to you. Now you can be convinced to do something a little later, whatever, but the only time you are guaranteed that it is possible to say yes is within the first minute of asking. And here's what I mean by that. Let me explain a little further. Yeah. You seem confused.
Yeah.
So, if I ask you right now, like, yo, let's just make a rap song right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the gears are kind of moving. You're like, probably not.
Yeah.
You know, no. And then I just keep asking you. I keep working it for like the first like 20 seconds. I hit you with some info. We're 35, 40 seconds in. It's starting to all finally set in. Yeah. And once it sets, after a minute, you've made your decision.
Yeah.
Whether you know it or not, you've made that decision.
I get that.
So, well, my thought is, no matter how crazy it is, you got about a minute until it cements to convince somebody for real. So it is yes. It is possible to get a yes for the first minute of conversation.
Yeah, because after that it's over.
That's my theory.
It's a good theory.
I don't know how true it is, but it's in my notes and it takes up a good page.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
You could test that somehow.
I want to go to some people.
Do a little survey.
Yeah, I got a survey here.
Yeah.
Will you jump over this bridge? And they're like, nah. Like it's quick.
Hear me out.
And then hear me out. You gotta start moving
Make
for it. You know, like maybe I'll throw bungee cords on you.
There you go.
You know, anything's possible in the first minute, though. The minute of possibility.
Yeah.
My notes are ridiculous. So, do you write anything in your notes?
Dude, no. I write like passwords, so that's why they're not gonna. That's why I hope my notes never get out there. But I write like my passwords. Sometimes I write like what I have to do that day.
Like a to-do list almost.
Yeah, like I try to do this thing where I like schedule out like I'm like, all right, I got class at like 11 a.m. Then I'm gonna come back to the apartment, like do this for an hour, then go back, and then go to the class. Like scheduled it out. Never do it. Just never do it.
You never get to
my time management is so bad. I'm like trying to work on it too. Like I need to work on it.
Yeah, my time management's pretty
bad, dude. And now it's just getting to the point where like it's not online college anymore. So it's like I need to have like a set because of a lot of things going on.
I get this. This kind of helps me with my time management.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I learned because like you have to
schedule.
The big thing is coordinating with somebody. You know what I mean? Like think about like we've been texting for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Over and on. I'll be like, hey, maybe this week. You're like, nah, I can't. Maybe this week. Sure, I can. Then I'm like, never mind, I can't.
Yeah,
you know, it just kind of gets going on and on and on and on. We've been because when did we first talk about doing this? Like 2 months ago.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I think I saw on like your story you posted someone. Yeah, I think maybe it was like your last one. I don't know. The kids like went here that I like recognized. I was like, oh, like let me hop on this thing. I think I sent on like a Friday at like 1 a.m. So like whatever was going on right then, maybe I don't know. But I sent it, and then I was like, you text me the next day. You're like, yeah, like I'll get you on. And I was like, I'm in. Like I'm down.
I'm word.
Yeah, and then you asked me one time, and I was like, I can't. I think it was like a Tuesday. I have 4 classes on Tuesday. Dumbest decision of my life.
Yeah. Oh my God,
and I was like, I can't, bro. And then you asked me this week, and you were like, Wednesday or Friday? I was like, Friday. I have no classes Friday.
You have no class on Friday?
Yeah, unreal.
Guess that's clutch, though. Part of the, Tuesday sucks, Friday's
so weird, dude. It's like Monday, Wednesday, I have 1 class at 5 p.m. And then Tuesday, I have 4 classes. One of them's like 2 hours, and Thursday, I have 3 classes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
5 p.m. I feel like that.
Yeah, dude,
if you could switch that to like 1.
Perfect. Even like 11, I would do, and then just be done
for
the day.
Just be done for the day.
Yeah, that's what I hate with my schedule. I'm always done at like 6.
Yeah, that's how my schedule. My Mondays, Wednesdays are kind of set up like that. I'm done at 5, and then like you get home at 6. It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, no, not at all. Like your roommates have been home.
Yeah, that's the thing. You get home and they're like chilling.
That's what's so weird about having like roommates now and like being in college. Everyone just has so different schedules where it's like. You come home at 6 and people have been home for 3 hours.
Yeah, you have completely different days.
My roommate came home today from a class at like 11, I think, and I was like just waking up.
You want to hear literally the worst thing in the world? My roommate Nick, his Tuesdays, bro. You're not ready for this, okay?
Yeah, right. Give it to me.
He has to wake up at 5 in the morning. He's got the morning shift at the rec. Wake up at 5:30ish. Get there. He works till.
Drive there?
Yes. Works till 9:30, right?
Yeah.
Gets back at like 10. Sorry about the water.
No, you're fine.
Oh, fuck. That guy gets back at like 10.
Yep.
Gets
10.
back at like
Gets
10.
back at 10.
He's got class at 11 with me. So he gets back at 10, chills for a half hour, goes back.
Yep. Where, south?
North.
Okay.
We live here. This is like around
Yeah,
southish,
yeah.
so it's like we go to north.
Yeah.
He brings me. We get there. We have class from 11 to 11 to 12:15. Come back. Got another class at 2 to 3:15. So I have to walk to that class because it's on south.
Yeah.
Come back, and then we have a late class from 6:30 to 9:30.
God damn. 9:30, dude.
And so we get back. It's 9:30. It's 9:30 to 10 sometimes. Imagine how gassed you are at 10 o'clock on that
5
day.
a.m. till 10.
Yeah, I get up at like.
Then you're
10
screwed
that
if you
day.
do like homework.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah.
no homework done that day.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, we do it during that 3-hour class.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's
3
what I
hours.
thought.
Dude, that's what I like. Don't get 3 hours is a long time for a class. And some of
Yeah.
these classes I'm like sitting in, I'm like, oh, I feel like this could get done in less than that. But I mean, it's whatever, you know.
Imagine 3 hours.
Yeah,
Have you ever
it's
had
brutal.
one? 3-hour class?
No. Maybe. I have one that's this year that's 12:30 to 2:50, which isn't even.
That's like 3 hours.
Close. Yeah. Education.
Education. Is that what's it called? What's your major?
Education.
Is it education major?
Yeah, education. Yeah. Elementary and moderate disabilities, K through 8.
So what is the dream job?
The dream job in my field or like NFL quarterback. But actually backup because you don't have to worry about starting and you just go in and nobody expects anything.
In a
out of you.
perfect world,
Yeah,
you're
it's
Brian
honestly
Hoyer.
the dream job. Yeah.
Okay. But
But,
let's just say it's pertaining to
yeah,
your
realistically.
field.
I want to do, I don't know, I kind of want to do like moderate disabilities, so like helping kids with like ADHD and like stuff like that. Like younger elementary and middle school type kids.
Why is that?
The short answer is that when I was deciding on colleges, I just didn't want to do like finance and business, and that was what everyone was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't find it interesting, so I had to go a different route. And I just really had so I had ADHD. I have ADHD, so you don't get over it. I have ADHD.
You don't get over it.
I have ADHD, so I got diagnosed with it in like 4th grade just because I was like always hyperactive. Like my teacher's like, this needs to stop. So I went and I had it, and then it was weird, bro, because you start getting like pulled out in like to like learning centers, what they call it, and it's like mini groups with like a special teacher, and you're kind of away from the classroom, and I like hated it. I was like, this is like embarrassed. I was like, what am I, like dumb? Like what is this?
Yeah.
And then it kept going, and then once I got to like late middle school, early high school, I had some like good teachers that were just like good learning center teachers that were just like, hey, like you're really not as dumb as you think. If you just do this, it's going to work out. Like, you just learn differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was huge. And then I got out of it, like, learning center sophomore year, and I was just freshman year, I was just in normal classes again.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just, like, I don't know, I just think my experiences and, like, the idea of that feeling where you're like, oh, like, I'm dumb. Like, I'm dumb.
Yeah, no one likes that feeling.
Sucks.
No
it's like,
one
oh,
likes
like, why am I getting pulled out into this group by like my best friends gets to stay in the classroom, or like why am I doing time, like, you know, those sheets of like the multiplication tables that you had to do in a certain time period.
Oh yeah.
I just wouldn't have to do them in the time. Like they'd just be like, all right, just do it, because like you can't. So just like take your time and do it. And I was like, damn, like I want to like be fast. Like I want to beat these kids. Yeah. And I just was like,
you're a competitor.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, that's why I wanted to do it.
That's pretty cool, man. It's a good story. I feel like a lot of people, they end up being what they like.
Yeah, I had good experiences.
What their experiences are.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like here's a culmination of your experiences. I remember my grandmother, she always used to say, like, she talked about, like, my uncles, my aunts, and my mom. And she would be like, I remember when they were little, like, your uncle, he used to love, like, the Lincoln Logs. He loved the Lincoln Logs. He loved Legos. He loved that shit. And now he does construction.
Yeah, like, you know.
Yeah, my aunt was like always cooking and cleaning and cooking and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning.
Yeah.
And then she ends up working in like restaurants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, my mom like my nana got her like a fake phone. You never have a fake phone when you were a kid?
Yeah, yeah.
And you just like to like hold
Talk
it, you know, you like to
yeah,
talk. And like my
100%.
mom was good at like sorting people, and like she was very good like being like in charge when she was little. She was like she was the second oldest, so like, but like she
Okay.
basically ran the whole thing for
Right.
the kids. She ends up being like a secretary and like kind of keeping things in order. So it's kind of like you are what you start as. Like,
100%.
and I remember being like, well, my nan's probably lying a little bit.
Yeah.
But like
then you get older, you're like,
then you
oh,
get
wait.
older, and
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, damn, bro, I've been in my notes. I've been writing down like little fake ideas that I think are hilarious. But like now, like I take marketing. I'm like,
Yeah.
that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that shit makes
Creative
sense.
mind,
Like, I'm
yeah.
taking this new product and innovation class,
Yeah.
bro. It's like it was made for me.
For you. That's sick.
I hop in there, I pull out my notes, I feel like a fucking genius.
Dude,
in that
that's
class.
just so sick about college is you're doing stuff that like you know you're gonna do. Like you know that you're gonna use.
Like I hated high school.
Yeah.
Hated it, you know?
Yeah.
Because of that reason.
100%.
Now I'm here, I'm like, fucking,
Yeah.
this is where I belong. Some class, bro, tell me why I'm taking immigration history right now.
Yeah, I'm taking 2 histories.
Which is dumb as fuck.
I don't like
But
history.
I still think, like, it's real good that, like, I get to do, like, 4 classes all pertaining to what I want to do.
what you want to do with your life.
Which is awesome, you know?
Yeah,
I just wish
it's
I got to
crazy.
decide earlier,
Yeah.
you know? But then again, like, what's the perfect... If it were... Say they made the Declan Academy,
Yep.
you know? And you got to basically run your entire own country of students, you know? So you get to run the entire curriculum. What would you change? What would you make different?
I think the biggest problem is that early on, I guess, is that we kind of fail to like connect what you learn in school to the real world. And it's like you think, and I remember saying it too, like in high school, in middle school, elementary school, being like, why am I learning this? Like, I don't need it. Like, once you learn how to do like basic stuff, you don't need it. But I think taking all these like education courses where you realize like, oh wait, like you could connect this to like you use this now. Like, you might not seem like you do, but like I know it's like cheesy, but like you do, and it's just more crazy. It's yeah, exactly. You use more than you think, and I think if teachers were able to just connect that to students more and like make school enjoyable, it would change the whole like mentality behind school.
Because if you think about it, right? If you made a class, say you had a class, like I feel like you kind of get stuck in like, oh, did this class, you did it for a year, move on to the next class.
Yeah.
Imagine if in high school you took a 4-year class, like if you could decide, or maybe 3 years, you could decide after your freshman year if you wanted to take it, a coding class, and you made a video game.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That'd be fucking sick. You
working like passion projects and like stuff that kids want to do into
into courses. Yeah, because you know, I had to read like Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah, and I don't want to read.
I don't want to read Huckleberry Finn.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, give me a summary.
Or even like there would be books that you like found interesting maybe in like elementary school or middle school, but you'd be like, oh no, I don't like that book because they're forcing me to read it.
Yeah. I remember I used to like when I was in like 2nd grade. I never read nowadays. I got much better like this past year. Like I tried reading a little bit, but I never read for like a long time because the only books I'd read were like remember the Magic Treehouse books?
Yep.
Fucking
grinded
those books. Grinded those books because they were so creative.
Yeah.
And I love that shit. It's like literally perfect for me. 100%. I love creativity and stuff like that. So I was like, I remember I read them. I read like 30 or whatever in a matter of like 2 weeks. Like I was grinding these books. And then we started getting these reading logs. And they were like, my teacher was like, I was like, I don't know what else to read. Like these are all the books that I like. And then she was like, all right, then just read those. Like if you want to. And I was like, okay. As soon as it started becoming an assignment, I didn't want to read them anymore. Yeah. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think that's just the rebel.
No, yeah, I think it is. I think that's the
Kids just want to be rebels.
Yeah.
So just make them think they're doing what you don't want them to do.
Yeah. It's just weird. Yeah. I don't know, because it was weird that now I want to be a teacher because you can even ask like anyone in my family, like I just hated school.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like doing it, and I was like, oh wait, like now like looking back on it, I was like, wait, I like am confident that I can make this like an enjoyable experience for
my
people.
sister's a teacher.
Yeah, I think you had her on this, right?
I did.
Early, yeah.
I had her real early. She was the second episode, I think.
Where does she teach?
Lynn.
Okay. Yeah.
kids are tough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So she like, she'll come home. She'll be like, one of them said I had to go fuck myself. I was like,
yeah, it's
what?
tough.
It's like fifth
Yeah.
graders saying this shit. And these kids don't get any help. You know what I mean? Like, they don't get that. No help. They don't get any, like, a lot of them, like my sister will see someone get picked up by, like, 8 different people.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, maybe.
That's another thing, too, I've realized. Since I grew up in, like, a suburban neighborhood. Like, Westwood was, like, like, good schools, like, everything like that. And then coming here was, like, a whole new experience because you go into, like, schools in Lowell. So you get to see, like, different, like, perspective, honestly. And, like, I think what's really hit home in the past couple of years I've been doing stuff is the fact that we kind of lack, like, male educators.
We do, like,
and that's tough in, like, inner city situations where kids might not have, like, a male role model.
Yeah.
So I think it's tough to, like, for students to, I don't know, I just think that a lot of, like, male students have trouble connecting because it's like, oh, like, this teacher's just like all my other teachers. Like, they're just, like, trying to get me through. And it's like, I think what I've seen here is, like, coming into a classroom and, like, my teaching partner, because you do, like, with other people in the class, and I'll have, like, there'll be 2 girls and me. And it's just, like, you can kind of tell the students are like, oh, wait, like, what? Yeah. But they, like, enjoy it because it's different.
Yeah, and some they need it.
Exactly. They need it. I just think kids, like, without father figures is, like, tough. Like, you as students talking about how, like you were saying, getting picked up by all these different guys and people, like, it's just tough. And I think, like, some stability in their life is solid.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. My sister was like, she sees all these kids. And my sister, when we went to the same school through, like, elementary, middle school, and the school was built in 2001.
Okay.
That one that I went to. So it's, like, pretty much brand new.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when my sister went, she's 5 years older. She turned 5 in 2001. She went for kindergarten.
Yeah.
She went as the school opened. You know what I mean? It was like she grew up going to a school that was brand new, all through middle school, high school. Our high school's gross. No cap. It looks like a prison. The guy that designed it designs prisons.
Dude, yeah.
So it's gross.
So that's the thing about every high school.
It looks like a prison.
Yeah.
Ours has a legitimate courtyard. The doors, they have, like, the wires
really
on the windows.
Oh, it's
like
tough.
It's scary.
It's tough.
So it is. So then it's like it's to make you safe. I'm like, it's to make me scared.
Yeah.
But my sister, she now works in Lynn, and, like, her ceiling is falling through.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy.
The desks, like, aren't even, like, they don't work. Like, if you have a wobbly desk, you're lucky. You know what I mean? It's better than not having one.
Yeah.
And not that it's like it's not as bad as it could be, but it's still not good. So she kind of got that perspective, and she worked at Mission Hill, like, in, like, Boston, which is, like, even worse.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just like she's seen it all now, and she's like, oh, I didn't really know this is how it was. She's like, it sucked for me going through school. No one, like, loves school. There's a couple of people, but she's like, I didn't really enjoy school that much. I got stressed out, and I had all the facilities and resources I needed.
Right. Yeah.
These kids don't.
That's crazy about it.
So.
Because that's what's about the major here is, like, you have a lot of those kids that are, like, knew they want to be teacher, like, played teacher growing up, yeah. But then there's, like, me, it's like, I didn't know I wanted to be a teacher till, like, sophomore year of high school when I was like, oh, wait, looking back, like.
This would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I thought about being a teacher for a little bit.
Well, I think if you have it in your family, it's like.
Yeah, it's definitely much more attainable.
Yeah.
I see her doing it, and I'm like, first of all, know what you're getting yourself into. It's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Teaching, my sister will be from, like, 7 o'clock in the morning. She'll get up early. She'll do a couple more things. She'll go to the school. She'll come back, gets back at, like, 4 from after school and all that. Then she'll, like, eat, because you gotta eat.
Lesson plan.
And then she's doing the lesson planning, bro. The lesson planning is crazy.
Dude, that's what I hate about, like, the stereotype of being an education major. It's like, oh, like, what do you do? Like, you just have to, like, I take, like, elementary school math as a class right now. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, like, what a joke. You're doing algebra, like, elementary school algebra. But it's like,
get it.
No, it's like, we have to learn how to teach it. We're not learning, like, it's not as simple as, like, going through a textbook and solving out these problems. You have to solve the problems and explain, like.
That's what bad teachers do.
You have to solve, like, the 8 different ways that students would approach it and, like, how you could help. Like, it's crazy to think about. And that's why I was just like, lesson planning is tough, too. You have to factor in so many different things. And, like, it gets tougher. I think the classes get tougher as you go, because as you go, it's less classes in our degree pathway, but it's like more in the school. Like we have practicums where we're like, senior year, I think my whole second semester, I have like 2 classes, and the rest I'm in a school teaching, student teaching.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of work. Throwing you into the fire.
It is a lot of work, though. I remember having those student teachers.
Yeah.
In Medford, I think because Tufts is like
right there.
Medford.
Yeah.
It's like some tough students would like come and like do some work.
Geniuses.
And they just pull up. You'd think these people, these geniuses we so speak of, not the best teachers, bro. No kidding. And I mean, like,
they think everything's so easy.
They do.
Yeah.
I got a real disdain for people that just be like thinking they're
smart people.
Like, not because the thing is they're not.
People who think they're smart, I don't think are smart.
Yeah.
I think it's the people that are like don't think they're smart are smart.
Because like there's so
also
much,
more than just like book smart.
Like oh my god, like there's like I think there's people think like book smart, street smart. I feel like you could even like you could just keep going.
Oh yeah,
like,
you could specify.
Some people are just creative geniuses.
Yeah.
And in some fields that helps you nada. That helps you nothing. Like if you're a creative genius, sick. You're an accountant.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do with that creative genius, bro? There's some people that are like geniuses, like mathematicians, like people that are just great with numbers.
Yeah.
Some people are great with this, great with that, great with this. So to say like just because you're good at school, you're a school genius.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
You're getting out of
world.
Wait till you get into the real world.
100%.
You know what I mean? And some people do succeed. I hope everyone does.
Obviously.
But it's just some people like when they're like someone like looks down on you. I remember one time I walked into the library.
Where?
And I saw in O'Leary.
Okay.
And I was just going to read a little bit. I'm trying to get better at reading. I'm trying my best. It's hard, but I'm trying because I read like an idiot. You understand?
I don't read.
No, but when you read, you have to read and then read it again, don't you?
Yeah.
And then maybe even a
to
third time.
make sure you
make
understood
sure
it.
you
Yeah,
because
I'm
sometimes
slow
you
with
be reading shit and you just be like, wait.
Yeah, rewind.
Go back like 3 pages.
Yep.
Because it's like.
Yeah, a lot of information.
Basically ADHD.
Yeah.
Who you're talking to right now. So, like I get it. So I was like, I wanted to get good at reading. So I went in there, picked up a book, and I saw somebody I knew from like high school.
Yeah.
And I'm not an idiot by any means, but like I'm definitely a bit of a fool. Like, I do like fun things.
Yeah,
I like to be like, I just do whatever I want.
100%.
Not like the type to like grind out homework.
Yep.
Not something. So when they saw me, I remember looking and like being like hi and I picked up the book. The shock on this person's face that I was in the library reading the book. I'm like, bro,
that's so annoying.
Leave me alone.
Just chill out.
Just because you got all A's and took AP classes and I didn't.
Dude.
Don't mean nothing. I'm not, and like, don't be. It's just a book too. Also.
Yeah, we're all here for this. We're in the library, bro.
What do you think I'm
here
for?
We're all here for the same reason.
I'm not stopping here for the bathroom. Like, just let me read. Like,
why are you shocked I'm in the library reading
like, literally,
a book?
like this was the face. You ready for this face? You ready for this? So it's like hi, and then just.
Yeah.
And like literally,
that's a book.
That's a book right there, bro. It was crazy, but so I don't like people like that.
No, not at all.
And I like everybody, straight up.
Yeah, never judge a book by its cover.
For real, seriously, you don't. 100%. But I got like my friend Dan. I talked about him earlier. He's very spacey.
Yeah.
But there's like so much he could add, like value wise to like say he's on like a team of like whatever. Like you're trying to come up with some idea. I learned this in marketing a lot. Like you need different types of people because he's so spacey and so like random his thoughts that like it just sparks, people to think. Usually you don't really think like that.
Creative.
But then some people are a little more like chill.
Yeah, laid back.
And they can like really analyze what's going on in the room. So when they do say something random, it doesn't just fly by like every other thought.
Right.
They can catch it and be like, hold on.
And expand
On that. Keep going. So it's like, it's different purposes for different people. Hopefully when you're a teacher, you can get that out of your students.
Oh, yeah. It's the goal,
Are you ready for the students to tell you to go fuck yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you had any like mishaps with students at all?
No. I mean.
Have you seen anything?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You just see. No, like not really. I mean, I've also just like. I think it was just weird adjusting to here. I think you just see students like get away with in different areas. Like you get away with a lot more. Mm-hmm. But that's because what's tough is like as a student teacher when you're thrown into a classroom and you're like observing, you see like, oh, this student got away with doing this, but then you're like, oh wait, like the teacher knows the student more than I do.
Yeah.
So maybe the teacher knows, like, oh, let him do this, and then he'll come back, like,
Yeah.
he'll go this route, and then he'll get back to what we're talking about. So it's like, what I've learned is just kind of like, I think students just go about, like, any spontaneous, crazy thing. It's like, it's just their way of, like, thinking, like, getting attention. You just can't really, gotta work around that. Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't seen anything crazy. I have not been told. Yeah.
Shit, bro. My sister had one kid, like, at Mission Hill. He is literally, like, clinically, this kid's, like, insane.
Yeah.
So he, like, climbing up on top of, like the, like, big cabinets, and he's on top of it, and he's, like, screaming, like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
And, like, they had to, like, everyone out of the classroom and, like, bring in, like, people to, like, basically drag this kid out of the classroom. Like, the kid's just not okay.
And, like, you can prepare for that as much as you can as a teacher, but it doesn't matter until you're in the situation. It's like, all right, like, what am I supposed to do?
And I just didn't know that this is all what teaching was.
Yeah.
You don't really think about it.
Don't.
Because, again, everyone says what you think. They're like, oh, you work from 9 to 2?
Yeah, summer's off.
Summer's off.
Like,
shut your mouth.
Yeah, dude, it's tough. Like, I've just learned it this year, especially. It's like, it's getting way tougher.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And not that it's harder than other things.
No, not at all. I mean,
but it's just like to say it's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is a lie. It's like it's the same word for everything. I've learned that with basically everything in life. So to excel at something, like people are like, oh, what's the hardest sport to play? Football, hockey, golf, baseball. I'm like, listen, the top guys at their sport
are the top
guys.
Athletes.
Like, they're the top people. Yeah. Like, you know, the best football player ever is as good as the best baseball player ever because everyone grinds out that baseball just as much.
Which bring my least favorite discussion of all time is when you try to have a GOAT of sports.
It doesn't exist.
You can't, like, you hear, like, the Tom Brady, like, LeBron, like, it's like, dude, no. And, like, LeBron, like, basketball people be like, hey, like, LeBron has to play offense and defense. It's like, all right, well, Brady has to has 9 reads, dude. Like,
it doesn't even
But
make
then it's like
sense.
the football field going the other way. It's like, oh, like, whatever. It's like you can't compare it. You can have a goat of basketball, have a goat of football. They're goats.
You can't even compare sometimes positionally within the sport. Dude. Like Deion Sanders and Tom Brady did completely. They basically did different things entirely.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, but Deion Sanders, I consider him maybe the greatest football player of all time sometimes because he played wide receiver. He played corner.
He's a pure athlete.
He played return. He's probably the best returner.
Yep.
And the best cornerback.
Yeah.
And he was a really great receiver.
100%.
So for me, I'm like, all right, when you have all that, like, I have a hard time saying you're not the best. But Tom Brady, obviously, like,
that's
conversation stuff
tough.
too. But you definitely, how are you gonna be like? If someone wants to say Wayne Gretzky's the GOAT of all sports, I get that, I guess, because his stats are just redonkulous.
Yeah.
But, like, how you can't even compare.
What's also tough when you get into the different eras thing. It's like they didn't play at the same time. I'm like they didn't. There's different rules now.
It's completely
like Will
different.
Chamberlain was nasty, but like he was getting 100 rebounds over like 6-foot centers.
Yeah, they weren't.
I mean, it's nasty though. No matter what,
Listen,
you can't
he's
even.
Great.
100 rebounds, whatever, crazy.
Yeah,
100 points.
Yeah, that's
rebounds.
insane, bro.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what era, because then if you think about it, Bill Russell still only averaging like 17.
Crazy. But it's like, how are we? It's also like we didn't see him play.
It's hard to really compare.
Yeah,
you know
that's
I mean?
what I like. When you're talking like your dad or like your uncle or something, your dad's like, "Oh, this guy was the great." It's like, I just never saw him play.
You know what Will Chamberlain is? He's Giannis.
Yeah.
Just you put him way back.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a lot. Imagine someone as advanced as we will be in like 2070,
100%.
just being plopped today.
Right. So they're gonna have like our kids are gonna have somebody playing basketball at their time. They're gonna be like, this guy's the GOAT. Like this guy's the greatest, and you're gonna be like, no, he's not better than.
I remember watching
LeBron. Yeah.
I remember watching like whoever else, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
He's
Kobe.
He's not Kevin. He's not Kobe.
I think we even passed Kobe.
I know.
Like we didn't see Kobe when he was good Kobe.
That's like when I first started. I fell in love with basketball right when the Celtics were making the finals. So I didn't get to watch them. Like, I'm a smart fan now. Like, I know basketball.
Yeah.
Like, at like a very like minimal. I know it like way too much. I know everything about basketball. So I didn't really watch it like that, but I did watch it as like a kid, like in amazement. Yeah. I remember seeing Kobe Bryant be like, "What
crazy,
the fuck?"
dude. Yeah.
Like, I hated him. Oh, I hated his guts.
Yeah.
Because he played for the Lakers,
Dude,
bro.
that's crazy
And
how
we were the
that.
Celtics fans.
That's crazy how that rivalry was so big.
It was huge.
Celtics Lakers.
We played them. We beat them. Then
Right.
they made it. They won.
Beat them in what, 2008?
We beat them in 2008. They beat the Magic, which is crazy to say. Dwight Howard made the finals, by the way. They beat the Magic. Then we made it the next year, and then they beat us in 7. We had them. We were leading for 3.5 quarters of that game.
Yeah.
And then Kobe Bryant did what Kobe
Went
Bryant
off.
does.
Who's on that 2010 team with them?
Powell,
Okay. Yeah.
I guess, you know.
Yeah, really. Only
Honestly, that's
Kobe.
probably the best, the best, example of someone carrying a team to a championship is probably, to winning the championship I feel like it's got to be that version of Kobe. Because you think about, Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, great players.
Yeah.
But no one's ever done it with a worse second great player. Maybe Giannis, you could say, but this past year, but that's kind of
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but even then, Giannis had a good team.
He did.
Oh,
But is Chris Middleton as good as, he's not as good as Powell.
No. Yeah.
But he also got lucky. Giannis kind of got lucky.
Yeah.
Kind of stumbled his way through
We'll see.
to the championship. We'll see.
This
if he
year
does
should
it
be
again.
interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Who do you got winning the whole thing? Fucking Celtics.
Hard Celtics, but if we're being realistic. I mean, yeah, I'll put the Celtics in the conversation.
Why not?
I think, obviously it's going to be the Lakers, but, that's on paper.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to come into, I get the whole, everyone's saying that, they're old.
Yeah.
And then the Lakers are being it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. But, it's, load man, especially in today's,
Yeah.
they're, there's not going to be too many occasions where I think they're all on the floor at once.
Yeah. Yeah, there won't.
But they're good. I mean, they're deep.
They're deep as fuck, bro.
That's the issue is, these teams get good, and you get a good, solid 5, and then good players are going to want to come play for less money because we can do something.
We can win a championship.
They have, Kendrick Nunn, Malik Monk on their bench.
That's dope.
That's good.
And then you could even bring Melo off the bench.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And then Dwight Howard off the bench.
DeAndre Jordan's randomly on that team.
Yeah, it's just they just got guys. You know what I mean? They got enough.
Imagine this team in 2010,
I saw
dude.
some clips. I saw some things, bro.
Or
whatever. Imagine literally 2000
everyone in their peak.
2000
Russ, OKC.
Go 2012 because you need AD.
Yeah, AD.
So you'd have AD. You have 2012 LeBron's probably the greatest player we've ever seen grace the basketball floor, and then you got what else?
DeAndre from the Clippers.
Jordan on the Clippers was nuts.
Rondo.
Russ, Rondo, Carmelo. Is that Nuggets Melo or is that's probably Knicks Melo?
Yeah.
Knicks Melo. That team is
They're
insane.
definitely deeper. There's definitely random. I know Trevor Ariza is on that
Ariza,
team.
he played for the Lakers with Kobe during way back.
It's crazy to think about.
I watched a who was it? I think it was Vince Carter. You know the Kobe Bryant Detail? Ever seen Detail?
No.
On ESPN Plus?
No.
Well, Kobe Bryant would go through and these people's games and he'd be like, all right, right here. He's like, this was a good little play right here. He's like, he'd go through one guy's entire game. He'd go through a game of a guy.
Yeah.
And so he'd study he'd be like the Kobe Bryant Detail of Pascal Siakam. He's like, Siakam did a good job right here. This is called the James Worthy cut. He'd go down to the opposite side block, come back around, never leave the paint, steal his guy, and then right there, gets the ball, and then he'll and he breaks down every last bit of the game. And so when he died, obviously he couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So they have a guest come on and do it. So Vince Carter, he did one of Kobe's finals games, and I remember him saying he's like he knew Trevor Ariza would be in that spot, so he didn't hit him one time and took a fadeaway on 2 people. He's like, that was the wrong play, Kobe. Sorry, my brother, that was the wrong play. He's like, and then he's like, but this is how greats work. He knew he made a mistake. You can see right here, he points to Ariza, and there's a video. He points to him. Next play down, he comes down, he kicks it to Ariza. Ariza hits the 3. And he's like, that just shows how great Kobe was.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you get down to the Meta World Peace thing? Remember that from the finals? Meta was like, Kobe, pass me the ball.
And he was like, wait, what did he?
He was in a press conference, and he hit a. I think it was a game winner. And he was sitting in the press conference with his whole family, and he's like, I can't believe Kobe passed me the ball. It's so funny to think about how he was just don't expect him to pass.
I wouldn't pass the ball either. You know you're Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, there's a better chance of you making it than a wide open
That's the thing, bro. There was literally a better chance of him
Crazy.
making a contested mid-range
Crazy.
than these guys hitting wide open shots.
He could just turn it on too.
That's the thing, bro. Like, it just happened.
Or
He
his
just
last
felt like
game, he
scoring.
put up like
60 points on 50 shots, though.
Yeah.
But, like, still, impressive to say the
I would
least.
shoot 100 times in my last
I
game,
know,
dude.
bro. And they wanted him to shoot, too.
Oh yeah.
You know, and here's the thing. People were like, oh, the Jazz must have kind of let him. Like, you know, the Jazz, that was for their playoff spot. They knocked them out of the playoffs.
Oh yeah. Cause that was Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That knocked them out of the
Wow,
play.
I
They
didn't
were
even think
playing.
of that. So they were playing.
They were playing for real. You know, they weren't fucking around.
There was a crazy thing I remember where they were trying to analyze that, like, Kobe's free throw that got him to 50 maybe. They were like, Gordon Hayward stepped in the lane, so if he missed it, but like every single NBA player does that. That lane
all the
violation thing
time.
isn't a rule anymore.
He does that. Yeah, they do that.
Yeah,
all
like
the
that's
time.
not true.
When they call a lane violation, these guys are like
Shocked.
bro,
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
Like when Giannis, dude, remember he ran out of time on his free throw?
Oh my god. What's up with that?
They would
Just
count.
shoot it
They
earlier.
would count.
Just shoot it
Wow,
quicker.
It makes no sense.
They count to 12 in the stands.
Also, like if you like, no offense, Giannis, like you're gonna miss it. Like,
Yeah, like, you
like at that time period, you were going
bro,
to miss
you know
it.
what I would do if I were Giannis? I'd learn how to throw it off the rim to myself.
Just right back to you.
And I just
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like a little self alley. Throw it off the rim, go get it.
Right back to yourself. Right, because
Yeah,
if it
that
hits the
bitch.
rim, you can be the first one to touch it.
Yeah, if it's the rim, it's
But if
fair
it doesn't
game.
hit the rim,
You ever see the clip of Jordan coming in from the 3-point line? Bro,
What?
it's one of the craziest clips I've ever seen. I think Scotty was taking a free throw.
okay.
He shoots it. For some reason, Jordan knew this shit was brick as fuck. Like, for some reason, he knew it was brick.
Right.
It hit the rim, back of the rim, and bounced, like, up. It had a lot of loft to it. And as it hit the rim, Jordan was already on a dead sprint from 3-point line. He crossed 3-point line as soon as it hit the rim. He comes all the way in, and he gets a putback dunk from, like, basically jumps from, like, the fucking free throw line.
Yeah.
Just to get to the ball in time. And it's just, like, he never did that otherwise. He
Yeah.
never ran in from the 3-point line otherwise. Otherwise, he just fucking did what everybody else does and just chills behind the 3-point line. But that time, he just had a fucking feeling.
Instinct. That's
He just had this
crazy,
weird
dude.
feeling in his heart, like, oh, this is brick. Like, Scotty's breaking this shit back
It was
right.
tough
in
to
the
be
rim.
Scotty.
Scotty saw him flying, and he's
yeah.
like, this motherfucker.
Damn, he knew I was gonna miss it. It's tough. That's a tough feeling.
How do you think he feels about Jordan? Is he thankful? Does
He
like
talks
him?
about it in the series, right? The documentary series.
Yeah,
but
but-
not too much.
Do we believe him too?
I don't know.
What do you think
It's tough.
in his journal?
Yep.
What does he write?
It's tough because you're like, he was such a good player.
So nasty. Top 50 of all
Yeah,
time, probably.
and it's just crazy to feel like you were always second.
Like, it's like Robin disease,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly. But you knew you could be.
Batman.
Yeah, like you had the capabilities of being Batman. But like, think about it. Like, I'm not trying to put a hot take out here, but like, maybe he is a Robin,
Yeah.
right?
'Cause-
He's top 50, but like, is he top 50 just because he was Jordan's? I mean, I'm not saying Jordan made him who he was. Like, he was a nasty player.
Helps.
That's what I'm saying.
Helps to play with the greatest
It's like,
player
what if
of all
Pippen?
time.
What if Pippen went to like a random team and he was just never like with Jordan? You think they would bring out the best? Like, I think Michael Jordan just brought out the best in every player.
Let's think of it like this, right? So let's think about other great players that
Okay.
we know, right? The best version of Kyrie Irving playing with LeBron.
Yep.
Best version. I'm trying to think of guys that like were still in their prime. Obviously, saying best version of Dwayne Wade was when he was Batman, but like that was
Yeah.
he was past his prime once he got with LeBron,
Yeah.
at least slightly, you know. But I'm trying to think of another guy, like maybe like
LeBron might have been in his prime when he was playing with Dwayne Wade. No.
LeBron was in his prime, but
Yeah.
Dwayne wasn't though.
Yeah, but LeBron was also the Batman, so that doesn't.
Yeah, that's
count.
kind of what I'm saying. Like, it's not like he
Yeah,
made
you're
him
facts,
better.
facts.
I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like that Kyrie LeBron example is like the only one I can really think about right
The
now.
KD Russ thing
KD Russ. Like, I feel like the best version of Russ
was when he was. Yeah,
might have been when he was playing with KD. That's the best. That's the one that leads the most to winning. The best Russ is probably 2016 when he won that
Yeah,
MVP.
could
That was
say,
crazy.
too.
He
You could
literally
say-
was dropping 30, 10, and 10 a game.
Even bring in the KG Paul Pierce situation.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say the best version of, honestly, maybe you'd probably say Paul Pierce when he
Yeah,
was
with
KG.
KG.
Because KG was
He'd
in the
help.
end, KG was better than Paul Pierce, you know.
Yeah.
But like the best version of him is when he's with him. So, and that's because it leads to winning.
Yeah.
When you win, you look
Yeah,
better. You know, like Russell Westbrook made the conference finals with KD. So in the end, that Russell Westbrook in the conference finals, I'd rather have than the 30, 10, and 10 Russell Westbrook that made it out, that barely couldn't make it out of the first round.
Yeah.
So maybe you're right, because we did see him in Portland. I mean, like not me, but like I know Scottie played in Portland for a little bit after Jordan, and he wasn't in his prime anymore. But like, they weren't
tough.
even like.
But it's tough because you can't measure it because he's not in his prime.
And he also didn't have a Robin.
Yeah.
Like if you gave Scottie Pippen like Sidney Moncrief, like if you gave Scottie Pippen like maybe someone better than that. Sidney Moncrief was nice, but maybe like if you gave Scottie Pippen a Michael Jordan, same Scottie came first.
Yeah.
And he was like nice first, and then Jordan got drafted.
Yeah, it's another thing you gotta factor in.
You don't know.
That's
and in the end, we don't know, so we just have to say what it is.
That's what's
and
tough.
In the end, what
it's
it is
sports in general.
Yeah, in the end, what it is he's Robin.
Yeah.
Jordan's Batman.
Yeah.
If you were good enough to be better than Jordan, you would have been.
Yeah. You weren't.
Best player comes out.
You think Jordan would let anyone be better than him though?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Shot. There is no. I wonder what he's like to play like volleyball with.
So competitive.
Oh my God, he must just be like the worst.
Yeah. No.
He must.
Really,
I don't know if we'd be friends.
Jordan?
I don't know if me and him would be friends.
I don't know.
I don't know if we get along.
He doesn't seem like an easy to get along with guy.
No, he just wants to. Remember that part of the documentary? He's like, if you don't want to play that way, then don't play that way.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, like he really like it means something to him.
Oh yeah,
competition.
And all those times he was like, I took that personally. It's like, bro, he didn't say anything.
Like, yo, he made it.
Yeah,
that's psycho.
What he said wasn't like Gary Payton or someone.
George Karl.
Yeah, it was like
the coach of the.
He was like, I have to. Yeah.
He was like, he walked by me and was like, we gonna dust your ass tomorrow. And then he was like, yeah, he never said that.
Yeah. What?
Fucking, what are you doing?
Or it's like someone's like, that's like someone getting interviewed and being like, oh, like you have to guard Michael Jordan tomorrow. Like, what do you have to say? It's like, oh, like I'm gonna like lock him up. Like you have to say that.
Yeah, you have to say that.
You're not gonna be like, oh, maybe I'll get him, maybe I won't.
He's like, Gary Payton said.
Yeah, he's gonna guard me.
He locked me up. I didn't let that happen.
Yeah, like what?
Shut up, Michael.
Yeah.
You know what he's going to say.
Yeah,
and plus, it's Gary Payton.
He has to.
But you know what's funny? In that post thing, like, and during the, what's it called? Gary Payton says in the interview they had him, he's like, yeah, he's like, I think I gave him his best shot. Like, I think I was, he didn't like playing against me. Like, I got him pretty good. Then they show Jordan the clip, and he's like laughing in his face.
Yeah, that's just hilarious.
That's tough to be
that's
Gary.
Just so
it's tough to be the glove,
Oh,
I wonder if they're friends.
I don't know. I don't think Michael Jordan's friends with a lot of the guys that he played with.
Who do we see him
nobody.
With?
I think he hangs out with probably doesn't hang out with anybody.
I've never seen him with anybody in my life.
I remember there's like a clip of him playing basketball with like Brady.
Because they get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He must look at him and be like, he must look at Brady and be like, you get it.
Yeah, you're
you
the football version of
You're football me.
Yeah, exactly.
You get it. Let's go hang out
Think the same.
But like LeBron, like you're telling me LeBron won't be hanging out with like D Wade, Carmelo, the whole fucking gang.
Yeah.
When he gets old, we're gonna see them together their whole
100%.
careers.
Yeah.
It took a lot to get Charles Barkley and Shaq to hang out for TNT.
Yeah. They're so funny together though
they
too.
Are so
happy
good.
that happened.
And you know what's funny? The way they describe their relationship. When we think of Shaq, we just think of a mountain.
Yeah.
And not everyone knows about Charles Barkley, so I feel like most people think of like Shaq as the dominant one in that relationship. But since how it started was Charles was like basically one of the MVP runners. Yeah. And then Shaq got drafted in. Yeah. He's kind of like his son. Like he kind of like little brothers him a lot. Yeah. And that's how Shaq describes. He's like my big brother.
Big brother, yeah.
And that's weird.
Yeah, to think about because
I think of Shaq as like not older but just bigger. Yeah. And just
more dominant.
Yeah. But in the end, like he probably looks up to Charles more than Charles. Charles doesn't look up to Shaq. No. He don't give a fuck. And that's probably why Shaq loves him so much.
Yeah.
Everybody else kisses his ass. Would you want to be famous, Declan?
Like the easy answer is yeah, but like then you see in today's world, dude, it's so much like
scary.
Dude, it's just like everything you do.
just on blast. And I'm talking like,
dude, everything.
you get to click a button. Like, say this is the button right here, bro.
Yeah.
You click it, you become like top 50 most famous person on the planet, recognizable across the world.
Yeah.
Or you can just leave it alone. Would you click that button?
I want to say I wouldn't, but like a part of me is like, I don't know. I just like, maybe if you asked me when I was younger, I'm clicking it right away.
The button right away.
But now as we grow up, I think you just see it, and especially in this era, dude, it's like anything you say. Like, you could be talking to someone that you think is your boy, and then the next day it's like,
pull out the phone,
yeah,
stop recording.
like what is that? Dude, the football thing. It was Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Remember he like called Shannon Sharp or something and like was talking about
that
or Stephen A or something, and it was on live TV.
That was
and he just didn't. Like, that's what's crazy. Is like you just can't trust anyone. That would just suck.
I don't know, man. I don't know what I'd do.
It would be sick, though. I mean, it would be sick.
It would be so dope. Here's my thing. So
much comes with it.
Here's why I think I'd do it. Because if you told me I had the fame, like, I feel like, because in the end, you have two options.
Right.
Like, yo, I've been living this life for 20 years now, bro. I get it. I know. I get the gist.
You know where? Yeah.
Let's go. Like, let's ride.
Yeah.
Let's ride to Disco Town. Like, let's have some fun.
Yeah.
And you know, when you're that famous, like, you have to be rich. It's impossible to not be rich.
Yeah.
You could drop a merch. I'm finna drop some merch, by the way.
You are?
I'm gonna do it.
Better cop.
Would you cop?
I would cop.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. How much?
Would you cop merch? Seriously, would you cop? Say it was like $15 hat.
That said what?
I don't know. DOD-Cast on it.
Yeah.
Would you cop that?
Probably I'd cop.
Would you ever wear that?
Yeah. Well, I think it's also different asking me if I've been on it.
Why?
So that's a conversation starter. So what is DOD-Cast? Oh, check out episode where I
42.
Yeah, we broke numbers on YouTube. We broke records. But no,
we did shit.
Yeah, it's just like different. I don't know.
Bro.
I feel like people would buy it too because a lot of your. I mean, it's tough because I think a lot of your viewers are like your friends.
Yeah.
So people would support it.
Yeah, I guess.
And then people see him wear. If it's like, I think the biggest thing with merch too is like, you would want to break. Like, you would want people to wear your merch that don't even know what DOD-Cast is. That's the dream.
I'd be trying to conversate with people.
Yeah.
So I feel like say I put like DOD-Cast on a hat.
Yeah.
Or DOD-Cast, however people want to pronounce it, on a hat.
Yeah.
And the hat's like one of the cheap ones, you know. I can get 150 hats made for like that for like $3 a pop.
Right.
You know, like what? Yeah. So that's like all right, but those hats are garbage.
Right.
Should I just ball out, get some like Carhartt hats? People would wear Carhartt hats straight up.
Yeah.
You know, and then get Carhartt hats. Just put a mic on it. Not DOD-Cast, just a mic.
That's the angle I would go. But then,
first of all, it cost me guap. Way more money that way.
And it also kind of disassociates from
DOD-Cast.
Because you know it's DOD-Cast.
But not everybody else.
But not everybody else does. And I mean,
that's the predicament I'm in right now.
Yeah, that's tough to think about. Because if I ever, had something like this, I would want people to wear my stuff and just be like, oh, that's a sick...
that's what I was saying.
You see athletes doing it now too. Like they're going for shoes that are just sick.
And then just
clothes that are sick.
And it just happens to be
they're not gonna wear a shirt that says their name on it, their face on it. Like Barstool's doing it, you know? They put out cool stuff. That's just logos.
Cool stuff that just has a low key logo.
It's tough.
It's hard. I don't know the route to go, bro. I'm working on it. I might need to talk to you about some design ideas. Well, would you, because you'd be much, but then again, also, let's say it like this, $15 for that little ass hat.
Right.
And you'd be like, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
I'd do that shit.
Right.
$15? Here's how I describe it. You pay $20, I give you $5 in a hat. That's basically what it's like, because it's $15.
Yeah.
15 feels like it's nothing.
It's not bad at all.
But then you pay $25. I'm asking someone, hey, can you give me $25?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But but if it's a cool hat, I think people will do it.
Maybe people would just want that in general.
Yeah, there's got to be a way where you can like plug the podcast and just get a cool hat.
I really hope there is. Like maybe the logo I have, it's a mic on the top. And It says DOD-Cast. Pretty clean, low key.
It's clean. Yeah,
it's pretty clean.
Yeah.
I had some guy on Fiverr do it.
Okay.
$5.
Okay.
I was like, all right, word. He made me a real nice logo. So it's pretty good, to be honest with you. And I feel like if I were to do something, like maybe get that like embroidered on like a nice hat, you know?
Yeah.
Are you into those like trucker hats, the ones like the mesh backs? Do you like those?
Yeah.
Or what do you prefer?
The hat you're wearing now is like a kind of. I just go like, I don't know, like the dad hat kind of route.
Dad hat.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
like the regular.
So then there's got to be a way to get DOD-Cast on that bitch, though.
Yeah, there has to be.
I don't know. People want shirts. That's what I was saying. People want shirts.
Oh, rep shirt.
Maybe,
Dude, the thing is, with the shirt, it's just instant conversation starter.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to tell people,
shirt.
like, I was on this podcast. Declan, why were you on a podcast, bro? Like, what did you have to say? Yeah, just go check the numbers.
Just, yo, it's like, yeah, you might not think I got much to say. Check the fucking numbies, kid.
Numbies speak for themselves.
So, have you never been on a podcast before?
No.
This is your first time?
Yeah.
You enjoying it so far?
Yeah, dude, it doesn't feel like a podcast.
It doesn't. It's not. It really isn't.
No.
That's what I don't even know if that's the way I should describe it anymore.
I mean, it is a podcast. By definition, it's a podcast.
By definition.
But, like, in the moment, it's not.
It's just a conversation.
Which is scary. I just forget this is here.
Yeah, and that's what happens to everybody.
Really?
Like,
have you had people come on here and be like, afterwards, be like, yo, chill. Like, you can't put that on?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just letting it fly.
People let everything go. I did have someone hit me up and say, you got to take that out because I said someone's name.
Okay.
And I took it out.
Smart.
And I've had someone come on and then say something they didn't want, and then they just didn't promote it.
Yeah.
So not that I don't require people to like put it on their story or anything. I don't really care. I've had plenty of people don't do that because I don't care. It's more for me than anybody. But like some people were like wanted to like some people like the numbers. Like, I want numbers. You know, I want 100 views on this thing on YouTube alone. You know what I mean? 100 views on YouTube. That's like dub, big dub.
Yeah.
And then because it also is on Spotify and everything else. And the more I upload, the more it kind of swings to Spotify.
Yep.
So, like, I used to get, like, sometimes I get, like, 200 views on YouTube every once in a while. But now people would prefer Spotify. So I've noticed, like, the numbers are kind of shifting a little. Not much. It used to be like this, and now it's like that.
So you started as YouTube?
Yeah.
And then once
I got, like, 10 episodes in, I finally figured out how to get on Spotify. I'm literally an idiot. So, like, it took me so long.
I would not be able to figure it out.
It's hard. It's hard when you know nothing.
Yeah,
Everything, like, if, imagine, this is my metaphor for it. Say someone was like, I need you to look for something for me. And you're like, okay, what is it? They're like, I don't know. You'd be like, fucking what? Like, you'd be like, come on. Like, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's what my issue was. I was starting not even knowing what to look up. Yeah. Everything is out there. Like, everything is out there on Google.
It's just how to get
It's just,
there.
I don't know what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, you know, there's a big difference between a mic with a VLC or VLR or whatever this plug is versus a USB versus a USB-C versus and then
you learn
and sometimes you learn this way paying some guap
you
wish you didn't spend.
I was gonna say
it gets a little expensive.
These
Not
are
too
legit
expensive.
though.
It looks legit, doesn't it?
Looks so sick.
It's not that bad. I just added these.
That's why I was gonna get numbies. We look like we're
this
legit.
Matches you too. You wore the red.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pumped. I didn't like how this was red though. I wish it was black.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right,
it's not that bad.
Right,
but yeah, you match.
Yeah. I knew it was red. So I'm just like, you know.
Yeah, you're the first to have these. I'm excited about these.
Yeah, this is
it's just
good.
I'm hoping it makes the sound quality like better. Not like mint, because these are this is like the mics are combined like $80.
Yeah.
And there's some people that have spent like $3,000 on one mic.
Be mint though, as long as they hear
just
you.
Gotta be good.
Yeah.
You know, I don't wanna have all like the fucking rumbling in the back, all that.
The water.
Like, the water. Yo, one episode, shit was busting. I don't know what the fuck they were doing upstairs. But, like, yo, homies had the shits or something. They were like...
Did the toilet going, the sink's going.
It was crazy,
everything.
bro. But, yeah, when people get on, they don't really realize... First of all, no one thinks they have anything to say, which is a lot.
That's what I was worried about. I was like, bro, like, I'll be on it, but I don't know if you're gonna want to put it out.
I,
You know what I'm saying? Isn't that like I just come in, I'm like, yo, I have no idea.
I didn't.
That's why I give you so much credit, dude. I don't know how you like. Just there's no awkward like.
That never happens.
Oh yeah, there's always a way you transition.
It rolls.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I watched like clips of this when you put it out, just because like some like, you know, when you like see people that I've seen on campus, I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, like so I'll like be going through it, and it's like there's literally like you always have something. It's weird.
Yeah.
I honestly thought I know. I was telling my roommates, I was like, "Yeah, I'm going on a podcast." They're like, "What are you gonna talk about?" He's like, "What's the podcast about?" I was like, "I think everything." Like whatever the kid's feeling.
For Spotify, it is how I'm feeling. In the end, it's how I'm
you
feeling.
have to put a category.
I had to put a category.
What'd you put?
I don't even know. I think it's like American football. I'm not even gonna lie.
We talked about football.
We did. So I think but like I'm like, what do you want me to put?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to put right now? I wish I had everything. Could I put umbrellas? Like, could I put, like, something weird, something funny?
Yeah.
Like, but no, I think I put, like, American football, like, science, and comedy. But when you say comedy, they don't – I figured this out somehow. I forget how, though. When you put comedy down as your section, they don't think you mean it's funny. They think you mean you're talking about, like, comedians, comedy, and, like, the comic world.
Oh, so it's not like this podcast is meant to be funny.
That's not what they think. That's not what like it's meant when you put comedy.
About comedy, or it's like comedians. Yeah, okay.
That's what. Not that it means it's funny or not. Like most podcasts, like if you're making a podcast, if it's not funny at all, like you're not doing it right.
Yeah, there's gotta be some humor in it.
Yeah, but like everyone says they're like, I have nothing to say. I don't. What am I gonna add? I haven't done anything. I'm like, that is so untrue.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm naive.
No,
maybe I'm naive, but. Everyone has had something to say. Everyone's had plenty to say. And I was watching. You watch Dave Chappelle at all?
No, not that much.
Specials? He's
hilarious.
He's
no, I know.
Greatest comedian to ever walk the face of the earth. I'm big on like comedians. Honestly.
Right.
I like comedy as like an art form.
Yep.
So I watched his most recent one, and at the very end, he put up a slideshow of a bunch of pictures of him with celebrities.
Yep.
And there's Jerry Seinfeld, Lil Durk, Chance the Rapper, like Idris Elba, all these just like famous people from different walks of the world, like David Letterman, just him with all these different people from all these different walks of land. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool. He's with all these people. And then I sat back and I thought about it. These are just fucking people.
Yeah.
They've had some different experiences, you could say.
Right, but they're people.
But then again, they're people. Not everyone has your story, bro.
Yeah.
Your whole thing with like the ADHD story, like you being like, am I dumb right now?
Definitely.
First of all, dummy relatable.
Yeah.
Because people know that feeling, but not everyone had it as specifically as you did.
Right.
And like you don't realize how much value that story holds.
100%.
That holds more value than anything that fucking David Letterman's done this past 3 weeks.
Right.
So what, he goes to a fucking Met Gala? We can't relate to that. We have no idea
what
that is.
What's sick about this is like you have just regular people.
Regular people.
And I could see why people find this more entertaining than that stuff.
Because it's really just
real people.
The regular
just
person's podcast.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Honestly, might have to make that the slogan for it.
The regular
person's podcast. Yo, how much time? How deep you think in we are?
I have no idea.
If you were to guess.
I don't know. I'm so bad with this.
Take a guess.
There's no way it's an hour. Is it an hour?
Hour on the dot.
We're an hour on the dot.
Isn't that crazy? Damn. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're getting numbies.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Time flies when you're breaking records.
You're breaking records,
well, yeah,
bro.
hell yeah.
You think people will watch this?
I think so.
That want to see like you on it?
I don't know how many people that want to see me on it.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I don't know.
When I first put the first one out. So I've noticed I can get about just from my own like basically like I guess you could say fans.
Okay.
I myself get 50 people to watch on YouTube, and then probably like 20 on Spotify. I can get like 70 people myself.
Yep.
Which is shocking to me, by the way.
Yeah.
70 full fucking people. These are people with lives and other things to do.
Right.
People that watch Outer Banks and would rather watch me instead. So I can get that myself. When I get someone else to do it, like I'll go from like 50 views. If they post and like, it'll get an entire other like, mostly on Spotify, honestly, they'll get another like 100 people.
Right.
When I posted my first one's got 500 views on YouTube. Like, that's a lot of people.
You do it by yourself or no?
I do it by myself, yeah. I do everything by myself.
Damn. Have you ever done an episode without a guest?
No.
I was gonna say
I could. Though.
You could?
I think I could.
Dude,
I could
I don't
literally
know.
sit here and talk. I could totally do that. Like, yo, it'd be a little fucked. No one would watch
I
that.
think people do that. No?
Some people just sit there and
Talk.
just rant, I guess. Or like, but this is the thing. They'll bring up topics and shit.
Yeah.
I'd just sit here. I just click record
And just go
and just
wherever your
start
mind
fucking.
takes you.
I just look at the camera and I just go. Wherever my brain's heading, that's where it'll end up. I need my notes though.
Yeah.
And I record with my phone, so I need to like print out. Imagine me walking with like
Printer,
printed version of all my notes and all that.
Google Doc. Sheets.
I got a Google
folder. You
I got
open
a
it up.
presentation.
Yeah, you open
it's
it
all
up.
popping out. I'm like, yeah, no biggies. Got all my notes. This is one of my notes. So you don't write anything in your notes, huh?
No, I don't. I should.
You should.
I
dude.
have stuff just come to my mind. I'm like, oh, like
Just write it down.
smart. I don't write it down.
I had a friend come on, my friend Jasper, and we were talking about our notes, and he was like, most people write things in their notes, and like just random like cool ideas or funny things or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was saying it would be a good idea to take everybody's notes, like everyone. You hear that shit?
Yeah.
Everyone's like combined them on a notes and all this like craziness and all these cool ideas.
Put them together.
Crowdsource them, which is the word he used, which was a fucking awesome word for it.
Crowdsource.
I think we should make an app called Crowdsource. Is what I'm saying. And then you send it off. It goes to like scientists and shit, people that can use this information. Like I have one idea in there that I think is really good.
Don't give it away though.
Yeah, obviously not.
Yeah, you told
I'll
you.
save that for off the camera.
I'm gonna check my notes.
Check. You got nothing in there, bro?
Let's see.
You gotta have something.
Let's see. Notes.
And I'd love for a scientist to like be able to get it.
What if this just goes awfully bad for me?
I mean, you don't gotta like.
I have songs on there.
See, that's not bad though.
Songs. Grocery list. This is big time.
This
Was
is
that
big
Market
time.
Basket?
Market basket. You go to the market basket to do your shopping?
Yeah, the Market Basket.
Oh, so do I, bro.
Yeah, just a bunch of like schedules. I just have like this is what I did like November 5th, 2000.
Here's the thing: you have more individual sections of notes than I do.
Yeah, you just go one.
But you gotta see the fucking. I have one that's called comedy. The note section's called comedy,
Just all your
and I
ideas.
just fucking. I just go. It's just it never ends.
That's
like
crazy.
And I'm about to probably. Sometimes I'll sit down. Like if I have nothing to do, which is often. I'll just sit down. I'll pull out my phone. I'll pull out a pen and paper, and I'll just start thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's see what's up today. And I'll just write down like, oh, that's funny. Oh, that's weird. Okay, that's funny and weird. Let's put them together. Yeah. Not everyone thinks like I do, I guess. And I think that's why I can do podcasts like this, because my brain's
Takes
always
a different
moving
type
so
of
fast.
person.
It does. Not everyone can have a conversation for that long. I could
No.
talk underwater, bro. I talk so much.
Could
it's
you?
bad. Seriously.
You should do an episode underwater. Like in the yeah.
I could talk to a wall. Do an episode talking to a wall.
That'd be
then,
hilarious.
Bro. Just straight looking at the wall like.
25-minute clip of just you talking to a wall.
I seriously could. I just made a highlight film of like the first 41
Oh, you
episodes.
did? What if just like funny, like good?
I took my favorite moment from each episode. And I just put it in a thing.
That's cool too, because then people can just see. It's a good little.
Yeah, I had. It's you know what the
Teaser for
best
few
part about it
people.
is when you meet somebody that has like some type of specialty. Like I had one kid. He made me a beat.
Yeah.
That's the opening beat to it, and I was like, you're just gonna make me? And he's like, yeah. He's like, make it for you for free. And I was like, word. I paid him for it anyway, just because I think it's good business to like get paid for what you like to do.
100%. Yeah.
I just like that feeling because I'd like for one day someone to be like, yo, I'll pay you $50. You'll get my client on your podcast.
Yeah.
Like that first feeling
That'd be
would,
sick.
it would change my world. But so I feel like I paid for that. I had some kid do my intro. I had someone make my logo. I had someone like, just figure out all this stuff. I had another friend good with like computers. He taught me how to edit and everything.
Yeah.
It's really cool when it all comes together.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And
Because in the moment it's like tough.
It is. Like you don't know anything, and
See
you
the
don't
final
realize what
product.
you're missing. And then some people just will tell you like, oh, you should get headphones and an arm. And I'm like, oh, word.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, it'll just like keep from like all that external sound getting in. And I'm like, all right, word. So I gave it a shot. We'll see how this goes.
That's sick.
Again, you're the guinea pig. This could go very poorly.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Numbers.
It's doing numbers.
It could be the worst audio ever, and I'm telling you, it's doing numbers.
Is your mom gonna watch?
I don't know. Should I tell her to?
It's up to you, dude. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll tell her to watch.
Be like, hey, mom,
Come
come check me out. You shouted her out.
I did shout her out.
So, Burke
Yeah,
knows.
that's what she
dude.
should.
Yeah,
For the free cuts.
for the free cuts, dude.
Should give her a shout out.
Can she give you a nice fade?
Yeah, she got good at it.
Does she do haircuts at all?
No, so she went to. Now I'm really gonna have to tell her to watch this.
Yeah, because now you're talking about her.
She went
So
to
skip to an hour.
hairdressing school instead of college, and then she did that. And then when she started, like, I think it was my oldest sister, maybe, or my second oldest sister. It was like when she stopped doing that, just be with the kids.
Uh huh.
And then she kind of went away from it, and now she just does it in her basement. Like, she's a secretary at a doctor's office, but she still just does it, like, for us.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Just you guys, like no one else comes in for like appointments.
She'll do, like, her friends, and, like...
all free cuts.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, she's a G.
She should low key just make some guap doing that.
I know, I've actually told her, to be like... Because I was like, oh, like, my friends, I think, would, like, in high school, like, my friends, I think, would rather do a cut with my mom.
Yeah, they'd rather
Just
get.
go, like, come over and, like, come hang out, like, play Xbox. No, while you're at it, like, just go downstairs and get a cut.
Yeah, and that's just the first few
Free.
people. You know,
Yeah.
and then they come into school,
Yeah.
they're looking fresh as fuck. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, yo, what the?
Even if it's not, like,
The best.
it's just convenient.
It's so convenient.
Like-
Especially since haircuts, we said like $20.
Yeah.
You just charge
Save
10.
it, exactly. Yeah.
She's just getting nothing for it
Yeah.
anyway. Might
Yeah.
as well just get the 10.
No, yeah. Like, my dad, I don't know if maybe before he met her when he was, like, a teenager, I don't know if my dad ever went to a barber after marrying my mom or even dating my mom. He
heat.
still gets a haircut from her.
That's so heat.
Yeah.
I wonder what that. And like, here's my thing. I've never been into a barbershop. I've never walked in.
Yeah.
I'm nervous for that day.
One
bound
day-
to come.
It's bound to come.
It's bound to come. My aunt, like, she's in her 50s, but she's young. She's
Yeah,
like a young
yeah,
50. You know what
yeah.
I mean? She's like just spry. She's got a lot of
Yeah,
energy.
yeah,
So she'll be
100%.
around for a while.
Yeah.
You can't always be running to auntie for a
No,
haircut, though,
no.
you know?
Especially once it. That's what's, like, weird is being here. Like, at school was, like, when I was a freshman, I would just get a haircut anytime I went home.
Mhm.
And sometimes that would be, like, a while. But I just
Yeah.
wouldn't go, like, I just wouldn't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
eventually it's going to be like, all right, I can't just wait.
Can't keep
for,
dodging
yeah,
this
like,
haircut,
I
bro.
can't just let it grow until I go home for Thanksgiving to get a haircut.
Yeah. Do you just stay up here, like, the whole time?
I do. I mean, yeah, this year's different. I have a car, so I, like, go places on like, you know, like, sometimes I like staying here on weekends just because it's easier,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll go to, like, I don't really go home that often. I was home for the past weekend because of the long weekend.
Long weekend.
I was home for, like, 2
How long of a
nights.
drive is that?
To my house, it's, like 45.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Like, it's not bad. I just don't want to do it all the time.
You just don't want to be going home.
Yeah,
Like that.
I mean, I love home, but, like, especially the fact that, like, maybe, like, you can relate, like, I wasn't here last year.
Yeah.
I was literally just home.
Yeah.
So it's like now is, like, my time to, like, be
Stay
away.
here
Yeah.
instead.
And
Yeah.
I like it too. I mean, when you're paying rent, you got to make it worth it.
You
bro.
want to make it worth your
Yeah.
while.
Worth it, dude.
Yeah, yeah. You living off campus?
Yeah, I got an apartment with 2 other kids.
So you have people like above, below?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's weird. It's our landlord, like, bought long time ago. He's like a Hall of Fame hockey coach here.
Okay.
Like, he's legit. But when he was the coach, he would, like, buy all this real estate in Lowell a long time ago
Mm-hmm.
and convert it into, like, housing so that his, like, foreign players could just
Oh
live
my
there.
God.
So, like, cheat code.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's all, like, houses that he built, and he built, like, 5 apartments in a house.
Wow.
But it's not. It works.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's
I don't even know how we got mad lucky with this place.
Yeah, it's so hard.
We had
I
the
feel
whole
like
place
here.
to ourselves.
Yeah, that's a nice, dude.
It's so far. I really couldn't imagine living like. I've seen a lot of my friends like have like roommates like that. Like,
Yeah.
they don't know about. Below.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you do that?
What would be tough is, like, some of my buddies will have a house since, like, adults also live in the building. But it's like my house, my apartment is, like, all college students, which is
That's good.
easier. I couldn't imagine having, like, a family you have to worry about, like,
Imagine.
being too loud.
I mean, even like, you'd be surprised. Like some people say like, I know I have some friends in Amherst. I'm sure you do too.
Yep,
Everyone does.
yep.
They live like more in like a community area, and so when they try to throw a party, it's like that's like a family of 5 that goes to like a nice school and like they got money and they're like, I don't want to deal with it. Call the cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my friend Brendan Hamilton, another shout out.
Shout out Brendan Hamilton.
Was telling me that at Amherst they like allow you to like notify the Amherst PD beforehand and just be like, hey, we're having a party, like give us here's what's happening. If you get a call about it, like call us, we'll lower it.
Yeah,
which is sick.
That is pretty cool. And then people will call more. I have only really once that our neighbors, the people behind us are really far away. They never called.
Okay.
But here's why I think, because first of all, they're lit. So like they'd be outside, they're on their porch every night drinking. Like,
chilling.
They're just chilling. Like everyone's like Latino around here.
Yeah.
But they're mad nice. They're just like chill people. Like they're not really too worried about like the little things because they have so many bigger problems to worry about. I guess they live in like Lowell, like the area ain't the best.
Say too, like they know they're living in a college.
Yeah, they know where they're at.
Yeah.
Where these other people, I feel like living in Amherst, they know where they're at, but like. The little things bother them just because they got a little better.
Yeah.
You know?
Or it's like supposed to be. I mean, I guess Amherst has always had the reputation of being like a crazy party school, but it's supposed to be like Amherst, like out there, like farmland, kind of like chill.
Do you think it lives up to the expectations, UMass Amherst?
I don't want to slander UMass Amherst.
Oh no, because then we look like the salty. We look like the salty. We look like the pissy younger brother.
Yeah.
We look like.
Yeah.
But
they'll just safety school us.
Yeah, they will.
They'll call
That's
us
exactly
that.
What they'll do.
I mean, I like visiting. I don't think I could do it every weekend there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. I've had fun there. It's also like, I don't know. It was my problem with like high school. You might have the same thing. It was like, my friends all went to like in Westwood especially is like back to the suburban thing. Is like everyone is going to these like prestigious universities. Like everyone's like, oh, let's go here.
Mm-hmm.
End of the day, bro, like we're all getting a piece of paper that says our name on it.
Yeah.
Like, so that's my. I mean, UMass Amherst, I have no problem with. What do you think? You don't think it lives up? Have you visited?
I have. I don't think it lives up to the end.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, it was fun. I had fun.
It's just tough because they have such a reputation.
It's such a big reputation.
If it didn't have a reputation of being ZooMass and you went and you'd be like, all right, this is fun.
The campus just like, it ain't it.
It's huge,
it's not that pretty though.
Yeah.
I think we have our buildings are nicer.
You think so? Yeah.
The business building is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Our business building is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think our business building is nicer than their nicest building.
Really?
Like externally.
I don't really.
I haven't been inside.
Yeah. I haven't really been. Yeah.
But it's just like a bunch of brick.
Yeah.
It's all on like this hilly, it's like a hill. The hill's nice. That like one hill they have. Like I've been inside some of the dorms. Like they're just like normal dorms.
Yeah.
Even I think Fox is in better shape than the
some
dorms
of them.
that my friends were living in freshman year.
Freshman year dorms anywhere, I feel like.
Only thing they got us beat in quality wise is their dining hall.
The food's unreal there.
Mad good.
Yeah.
Mad good. But here's my thing.
And the tailgate. That's the biggest thing I wish.
Just
like
fucking say,
we say that we wish. I wish we had a football team, bro. Like,
I was
even
talking
if
about
they
that
were
today.
so bad.
We were walking by the soccer field, and I was like, "We need a fucking football."
Dude, that's sick. The field's sick too.
Yeah,
it's a blue field.
Let's get a fucking football team.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Or let's
There's enough D1. There's people that want to play D1 football.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah.
You could get enough.
100%.
You could do
fit
it.
your way in here.
And then also, it's gonna bring in so much money.
Yeah.
It'll make the money.
I think the thing is they just put all the money in hockey, which is like fair because
hockey's nice.
Yeah.
But like, can't we have more than one nice thing?
The thing too is like, if you're not gonna have a football team, we need to find another fall sport or spring sport that we can like tailgate for.
I know.
Which is tough.
Like,
because it's hard to draw. It's hard to draw like just because football is like so, like a lot of schools have it. So like, you think of tailgate's football.
Yeah.
You don't think of like soccer and like tailgate.
You don't think of that.
No, but it's
can't really. But we should.
Have to make it. We need it.
Yeah,
we need it.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Maybe
let's pack the field hockey game. That's actually that'd be sick, dude. Shout out field. I want the UMass Lowell field hockey team to watch this, dude. Just
shout out field hockey.
Dude, that'd be sick.
We could do that.
Like, imagine these kids. They're like not kids. We're adults. These athletes, bro. That like are playing a D1 sport, but like
No one's
don't
watching.
go. Like their families go and like they get some crowd going. Like field hockey fans go.
Let's make field hockey a
Or, like
fucking
any sport.
thing.
Yeah, I showed up field hockey.
Specifically,
my sister
field hockey.
plays. So I was like, oh, field hockey. But like any sport, like
Just
a
pull
sport
up.
that like you don't really
Care.
like. It's D1 athletes
Yeah.
and like nobody
Yo,
goes.
no one watches. Like, here's my thing. No one watches the football games at Amherst anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
They just pull up and leave.
Yeah.
But
That's
at least
tough.
it's hype.
Yeah.
At least they get hype.
Dude, that's tough.
No one watches.
I remember freshman year, they're like, oh, like, all right, tailgate's ending, everyone go inside, and everyone walks the
Other
opposite
way.
direction. It's like the game's this way, everyone goes that way.
I went and they canceled the game for some reason, I think,
It didn't
and
matter.
they still did the tailgate, and then then we just left. People just
Bad.
didn't just walked away.
That's crazy.
That's how little they care about the football team. But still, some people will go in and watch the game, and it's just hype. You must be like, you're like, oh, we're the football team, because you just hype just because you get all that attraction because everyone's going to the tailgate.
Those are like the only tailgates I've been to.
Let's do it for soccer.
Let's do it for soccer.
Let's pull up to the soccer field.
Let's find out.
How many people do you think we could get to tailgate at a soccer? If
Dude,
if me and you tried as hard as we could.
So many. I think if you just offer it, if it's on like a Saturday afternoon, dude, you could pack it. Because kids are just like, what are they going to do else on a Saturday day?
Yeah, where are we going to go, though?
Yeah, so I think we just get bopped. It would just get busted so quickly.
No, I think we just got to go for it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
But if UMass Lowell was watching, we did not.
We did
encourage
not.
it.
If
Not
you
our
see
idea.
hundreds of kids waiting in front of the soccer field,
in
just
that
know
in that little parking lot.
that was not me.
No, not at
that
all.
was not
Nope.
me. I hope. Oh, dude, we should. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. Yeah.
We could do
Isn't
it.
there like a student like section that only? I feel like they only go to the hockey games.
Yeah, the student section at the hockey games.
Yeah,
but
but,
they
like,
don't have
you
like
can't
anywhere to
tailgate.
be before.
I know.
Like,
I think they
the
try to
tailgate
do like.
area for UMass Amherst is perfect. It's like that massive parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, there's only that little parking lot at the soccer games.
Yeah, it's not really. Yeah,
It's not good enough.
it's a problem.
It is not good enough. Maybe we'll. Yeah, you know what we should do? We should tailgate the softball. You ever
Oh
seen
yeah,
softball
because there's that
field?
field
massive
behind
field
it.
behind it.
That'd be sick.
And plus, that would be fucking hilarious.
That'd be sick.
Tailgating softball.
It'd be funny too, because all the softball players would be like, "What? Like
What
this
is
is
going
sick."
on?
Like that's what would be so dope.
Yeah,
That's what I think about. Is like, just imagine those like, those players just being like, "Dude, why is there
Finally it's happening.
Why is there 200
Like-
people in the stand?"
Because this is what it. Because that's what when you think of D1 sports, is what you think. You know?
you don't. Yeah.
You don't really think of like not
Yeah.
having any. It's just you don't feel like some D1 schools. I feel like our school, like if you're going to soccer games here, I have less people there than my soccer games at home.
Yeah.
Medford High School.
Yeah.
Like during our playoffs, we
People
had
go.
mad people at those games.
Too, what's tough about college is, in high school, you're bound to be like friends with at least a couple kids on the team, so it's
Yeah.
cool to watch them play.
Yeah, and you
Here
know
it's like you might not know a
I don't-
single player on the
you
team.
might not have ever seen.
Yeah. If I was like friends with a kid on the soccer team,
I pull up.
I'd pull up.
I pull up. I'll pull up any
up.
day of the week.
Yeah,
bro.
100%.
But I don't know anybody.
Yeah,
I don't know
man.
anybody that plays any D1, any sports. I play intramural. That's about all I know.
You
bro.
playing real basketball?
I want to. I don't
Get a
have a
squad,
team, bro.
get a
I'm
squad.
trying to get a squad together. Would you play who?
Yeah, we like did freshman year. We're so bad.
Bro, you want a nice player in your team?
Yeah, you
bro?
want to hop on the squad?
Can I hop in your
We'll
squad?
talk.
We'll talk.
We'll get your contract negotiations
yeah,
going.
bro. I'm not that bad. I'm not that good, but I'm not that
Dude,
bad.
didn't you play in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd be better than.
Oh, word. So you guys didn't play in high school?
We
Let's
have
go.
yeah,
you guys would think I'm nasty.
we have 2 kids that played in high school. 3 kids.
Were
2
they
kids.
good?
Yeah, they were pretty solid.
All right, so they'll probably be better than me, but that's all right. I'll be better than majority of the
Yeah,
team,
you're
if I
better than
play,
me.
that is.
I'm a big like charge guy.
I love Chargers,
Let's go.
bro.
Let's go. Let's roll, bro.
Fucking
Let's
numbies.
just
Let's do it.
numbies.
Yeah, I remember my intramural team, my
Did
freshman
you play
year.
freshman year?
Yeah, we did the C division. We
Yeah.
made it to the finals. We got the 14 seed. We got shafted. I
We
don't know
did
why. Cinderella story though.
we did tough intramural stories. We did really bad, but I think everyone gets to play maybe like a play-in game or something.
Yeah.
And we had a play-in game, and it was supposed to be on a Thursday night before. It might have been before the. I don't even know what it was like it was like a break or something,
Friday or
a
something.
long weekend, or maybe I was just going. Like a couple of us were going to Amherst or something, but it was literally a Thursday night. We just didn't go. it was like important.
Hold
Like,
on.
Were we supposed to play you?
You might have been.
So, yeah.
I feel like there was no one there.
It might have been that.
That would be crazy. Because we were also a low seed for no reason. We
Damn,
won most of our games, I feel like. I think they just made us a low seed for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that, to be honest with you. I think they randomly seeded us.
Dude, yeah. No, I remember freshman year. I don't think it was you because we did B.
You did B?
We did B thinking B would be like, all right, because we had a kid who.
thought C was like for the special.
Because we had a kid who transferred from here to go to Amherst, but he like also played in high school. So we're like, all right, we have enough high school basketball players, and like we had a couple tall kids. We're like, we could be like B.
Yeah.
And it turns out like apparently there weren't enough teams for A, so they put the 4 or 5 A teams in the B league.
Oh.
So we're just playing A teams.
Oh.
So we're like, all right, so we're doing C.
The
so
A
now
teams,
we have to do
A
C.
teams are like the club players.
A teams kids that got
kids that
got
tried
cut
to
from the
come here and
D1
walk
team.
on. They got cut.
Yeah.
Those are those.
Or the kids that quit. I think we played a kid who like quit basketball here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, who was just dunking.
Who was just dunking.
Like,
I played this one kid. He was an absolute fucking monster. They moved him up to B quick.
Yeah, have to.
This kid was a monster. I blocked the shit out of him.
Let's go.
I pinned him. It went off the backboard and came back at us, and I was like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, you're hyped.
The guy was like, what you celebrating for? I was like,
no.
shit.
And they just turned it up on you?
Yeah, he turned it up on me. Okay. I think we did win that game, though. I'm not that bad, though. If you guys need a guy, are you guys going to do one?
I think so.
If you need a guy,
yeah.
Hit me up, bro.
I'll let you know.
I play hoop, you know.
Yeah,
I just finished we're in the playoffs for flag football right now.
Oh, right now. See, I wish we did that. We didn't do that.
That's fun, bro.
Is it?
It's pretty fun. I'm on the D line. I go get some sacks.
What, you just like wait a couple seconds and then you can go?
No, you just go.
Really?
And there's no lineman kind of like.
Oh, there is?
You can like, but you don't like.
You just say like a pick.
You just kind of like
move around.
Weird. It's just weird. It's a middle ground, but I've never seen a flag get called. Yeah. So like, you know. I be doing swim moves. I hit some guys with some shakes. Yeah. It's awesome. I wish I played in high school when that happened.
High school football was fun.
What position were you?
Center and D line.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I only dogging then, huh?
Yeah, I was like D line. Like I played a little bit like freshman sophomore year. I was like kind of D line, but then when I was on varsity as like halfway through sophomore year through senior year, I only played center because they're like, we're not gonna have you like break your hand and then not have a center. Yeah. Because it was like annoying. Center was hard.
I can imagine, bro. Center's like,
because if you talk a lot, dude. Yeah, and if you like your snap's like a little off and the play goes bad, it's like always comes back to the snap. It's like, come on, bro.
They're like, that wasn't the best snap. Like,
yeah,
bro. Like, catch the ball.
Yeah,
catch
it's incomplete bad. Like, let's go.
Like, relax.
The ball's still not balanced. It wasn't because the snap was here, dude. Like, the snap was here, you think that's why we didn't score a touchdown?
Yeah,
like,
for real. Like, it's because you literally threw it to one of the fans, bro. Yeah. It's because you're trying to give them some souvenirs in Section G. Like, that's fucked up, bro. But,
Section G.
Section G, straight up. But, so you played D-line a little bit, too?
A little bit.
What'd you enjoy more?
When I played, defense was fun.
Like, did you want to play running back?
Yeah, obviously. It's every, like, big man,
it's
like...
dream.
Yeah,
I got a cousin. He's...
Yeah.
He's bigger than you.
Yeah.
But he's around your build, like ish, but he's just like he's massive. And he plays for Barnstable, like in like near the Cape. And he always says like, my dream is to run a running back.
Yeah.
He got a pick 6 though. My cousin on the D line.
Yeah.
He batted it, caught it, brought it for the touchdown. It was like the highlight of his life. You know, because he got the stiff arms. Like, he got the whole thing going. Like, you know, he got to run a little.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
100%.
Nothing better in all of sports
100%.
than seeing a big man get a
100%.
touchdown.
100%.
I'd argue it is actually the best thing in all sports. Maybe like a pinch hit home run feels good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
even just a big man just rumbling.
You see like Vita Vea.
Yeah, just
rumbling. Just rumbling, bumbling.
But it's also like, I remember like you'd be like, oh, why don't we just have like the biggest guy on the team run the ball? And then you think about it like, all right, defense is just gonna dive at his knee.
Yeah.
Like and then just blow out his knee.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I feel like if I were a football coach, I'd shake shit up.
Yeah.
I say it all the time.
I want to coach high school football.
Do you?
I think it'd be so fun.
I coached a little bit of basketball.
Really?
Not high school, but AAU.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I coached, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I coached. I do some fall league coaching. It's pretty fun. Yeah. It's a good time. I'm not bad at it. Not great at it. It takes a lot of.
Especially if you know.
Coaching's like all experience.
Yeah, 100%. It takes a long time.
It takes like really 10% of it is knowing the sport.
Yeah.
90% is experience of just
being able to
It's so hard.
Control and like lead a team.
Especially with basketball a lot of times, because football you call the plays a lot, and that's the thing. Like it's hard. But
basketball's constant.
Basketball, it's like this constant moving game that you don't get breaks from. There is no 25 seconds to like
and you have to prep
figure
like
it out.
And you have to in basketball, you have to prep like, all right, if this play doesn't work, we have to go to this.
Yeah.
And the coach is always calling out stuff.
Yeah, it's always you have to.
And you have to
always
see everything. Yeah.
And then like you have to know like, should I call a timeout right now, or we just let up 20 points straight?
And
like,
also in football, you can have an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, like an O-line coach, linebackers. Like basketball, you usually just have like
it's very
a head
stressful.
coach.
You have a head coach, assistant, two assistant coaches, trainer. But they don't really say.
As much. Yeah, they give some tips.
Head coach is the guy. Yeah. Like I feel like in football, sometimes the head coach like don't be doing much.
Yeah.
They can relinquish play calling to offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator.
Yeah, and they just have like final say.
They have final say on some things, and they say special teams. Sometimes they'll take, but they can even relinquish that.
Yeah, they can have a special teams coach. Yeah,
they can get a special teams coach, or have the defensive coach do.
That's why I wonder, like NFL, like sometimes you just have coaches, head coaches, and you have an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator.
You have linebacker coaches, cornerback, cornerback coaches. You got D-line coach, O-line coach. You got a coach for everybody. Strength and conditioning. You have coaches for everything. Yeah. So you really could just chill. Yeah. What you do is...
But then everything would have to come back to
So you just got to make sure they're doing their job.
Right, yeah. That's what I think the tough part is. So you can't blame the offensive coordinator. Like, you can't, lose a game.
Defensive coordinator, but not, that's as far as it goes.
Like if you lose a game... And say it was a pass, got intercepted or whatever, and the receiver didn't know the right play, ran the wrong route. You can't be like, oh, our wide receivers coach didn't. You're a loser, dude. If you're throwing blame on your, you're an NFL
your wide
head
receivers coach.
Yeah,
just because you took a guy that played for 10 years in the NFL as a journeyman.
Yeah,
and he's always doing is teaching them how to stutter step before they get out of break.
That's what's so funny is I always think about who's teaching Devontae Adams how to be a wide receiver. Some guy that played a D2 college.
That's the thing though.
But I mean sometimes those guys just know.
And some people are much better at teaching than they are
playing.
And even think about your own life. You ever have someone ask you a question and you you think about it, or ask you something about football. Say someone asked you something about football. Yeah. And you thought about it and you're like, all right, yeah, I'd say do this. This is a good workout schedule for you. Someone was like, I really want to take football serious. I know you played in high school.
How you do it? Yeah.
You would tell them this whole thing.
Right.
And realize, oh, wait, I never did any of that shit.
Yeah, dude. So
you're so much better at teaching than you are.
Right. I did, in the summer, I think, going into last year, when we were home. Mm-hmm. So, when we got sent home in the spring, we knew we weren't going back in the fall. I did, workouts with kids, and they would be the closest I got was I toured D3 football schools, and I was I don't want to do this anymore. But I was working out kids that were playing at Severian that wanted to be a good private school that wanted to be good. They were on varsity as freshmen, or kids at our own high school that were probably gonna be better than me. Mm-hmm. And my coach was oh, can you they were looking for a trainer, you want to help out? I'm yeah, and you just teach them things, and you're oh. If I did this,
maybe,
I'd probably
maybe I'd be nice. Legit.
Or it's you just don't have the natural, sometimes you just don't have
instincts So you just got to teach. What you do is you teach them and you tell them to do it in reps and reps and reps until it becomes instinct.
Yeah, because if you're a wide receiver coach for the Tennessee Titans, you can tell Julio Jones
and AJ Brown.
Yeah, to do this, but they were also stronger than you, so they can do that. You wish you could do that when you were playing. You're oh, if I did this while I was playing, I'll catch that ball.
It's maybe
stuff
not
like that.
Because in the end, Julio Jones is maybe the greatest receiver we've ever seen.
But I feel they all take coaching.
They do.
It's the same thing too if you look at with basketball, Carmelo Anthony, and all those guys. Don't they work out with the Brickley guy?
Yeah, Chris Burke. Yeah,
who played in college.
Lethal
right?
shooter on. Called, too.
Guys that played in college were decent. Maybe couldn't make it to the league. They're teaching them
think about Brad
stuff
Stevens.
They use. Yeah,
great
exactly.
Coach.
Yeah.
He
Belichick too.
Belichick's the perfect example. I mean, 100%. He played in high school and college.
Yeah, he played lacrosse.
Lacrosse too, and he was just. But he's a genius. Football, he understands how it works. He just wasn't the guy. Yeah. Didn't have the body for it.
Right.
I did the same thing over the summer. I always go to the workouts and I'll just mess up these high schoolers. I just dog them because I'm just better than them at this point because I'm older. And then I remember all these big men they're asking me what do I do? This is a perfect example because I'm tiny. When it comes to basketball world, I've always been small.
Right.
When people meet me, some people say I'm tall. I just disagree because I know what I've seen tall.
Yeah.
You know, my whole life I've been small.
Playing against bigger guys.
So for me, I'm small. So but I see these kids that are like younger than me. These kids like sophomores that are like 6'2", and they're like, how do I get better at like this? I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Because if I had that, if I was 6'2",
yeah.
I would have been playing in college for sure, no question. I was like, I'd get like the most rebounds on the team, and I was my height.
Yeah.
Imagine if I'm 6'2". That's what I always say, but that's not how it works. You know?
Yeah.
So I remember doing the same exact thing.
Crazy to think about.
But coaching's like that, you know. Teaching's the same way. You're gonna be a teacher.
Yep.
You're gonna be able to teach these kids. So I think a big thing with teaching, especially recently, a big development with like how they teach is teach your kids to teach.
Yeah.
And like teach each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, it's like even like the whole idea of presenting.
Yeah.
The more if you present
teach kids to share what they're thinking.
You know what it is.
Yeah. It's definitely a big thing.
I remember doing that in math class. Like my teacher would be like,
when you're
never
done.
really smart, I guess, but when I did catch something, I caught it quick.
Yeah.
So I'd catch something, my teacher would be like, all right, like I'm gonna go around the room, help out your classmates, and people would come to me, yo, Dan, like how do I do this? And I remember I started fucking finesse. I'm teaching everybody. I'm going around the class like I'm one of the teachers. I'm just bouncing.
Because they're hearing it from language they know.
And exactly, like I'm like, yeah, you're gonna want to carry this bitch, and you're gonna, and like, yo, don't cross that shit out. That you're gonna need that. And then like, you know, like just don't do it like how I'd say it.
Yeah.
Being like, now what do you do?
Yeah.
Teachers.
They're like, oh.
So I think that's I was on the ballot for like the superlative of like
really?
most likely to be a teacher at MHS.
Really?
Yeah.
Just I don't know if we had that.
Yeah, we had weird superlatives.
Yeah.
Did you have superlatives?
Yeah. I didn't get nah.
Damn.
Chilling. You want something?
I came close, bro. I won Mr. MHS.
What is that? Big thing?
Like a male, like fake, like not beauty pageant.
Like prom king or whatever type thing. King of the school.
Yeah. No, but it was just like 12 guys went and did like basically like a talent show almost.
Well, that's sick.
And like it's not even like a talent show because we had a talent show.
Yeah.
It's just Mr. MHS.
Yeah.
It's just
you have to be there.
You have to be there. Like,
yeah.
We did like these different things. Like I pretended to be James Bond.
Oh, that's sick.
I put on like the 007 music.
Okay, yeah. So you deserve to win it.
And I set up like these couple things, and I like fake like saved, like, my
rolling
like,
around.
My escort. Everyone had an escort. Every guy had like a girl. I
had
my boy dress up as a girl. So like it was mint.
Yeah, perfect.
It was mint.
Perfect.
It was perfect.
Recipe for success.
Yes, exactly. All right, yo, Declan. We are now.
How we do?
At I don't even know what that says. I think that's a 70 minutes.
So
I think I got what I need.
I got what I need.
You got a good time.
I got numbers.
And now we're about to get them numbers.
Easy,
bro.
just like that.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, this was a good time.
Would you recommend?
100%. Yeah. If you're watching this, slide up on the story, right?
Slide up on the story. Right?
Get yourself in here. It's easy to get on. Yeah, it's chill.
It is easy.
It's just a conversation.
Yes, it is. Declan, thank you very much.
My guy, thank you for having me.